You might say that someone who is incapable of cruelty is a higher moral being than someone who is capable of cruelty, and I would say, and this follows Jung as well, that that's incorrect, and it's dangerously incorrect, because if you are not capable of cruelty, you are absolutely a victim to anyone who is. And so part of the reason that people go watch anti-heroes and villains is because there's a part of them crying out for the incorporation of the monster within them, which is what gives them strength of character and self-respect, because it's impossible to respect yourself until you grow teeth. And if you grow teeth, then you realize that you're somewhat dangerous, or maybe somewhat seriously dangerous, and then you might be more willing to demand that you treat yourself with respect and other people do the same thing. And so that doesn't mean that being cruel is better than not being cruel. What it means is that being able to be cruel and then not being cruel is better than not being able to be cruel. Because in the first case, you're nothing but weak and naive. And in the second case, you're dangerous, but you have it under control. And, you know, a lot of martial arts concentrate on exactly that as part of their philosophy of training. It's like, we're not training you to fight. We're training you to be peaceful and awake and avoid fights. But if you happen to have to get in one, and I guess the philosophy also is that if you're competent at fighting, that actually decreases the probability that you're going to have to fight, because when someone pushes you, you'll be able to respond with confidence, and with any luck, and this is certainly the case with bullies, with any luck, a reasonable show of confidence, which is very much equivalent to a show of dominance, is going to be enough to make the bully back off. And so the strength that you develop in your monstrousness is actually the best guarantee of peace.
Yo, this is Big Boss from Oakland, California. You know what it is. Like, subscribe, share the Big Boss Real Talk YouTube channel. Okanda. Oh yeah. Yo. It's the Biggitty Bossy-Boss-0-Leeny. Back to you with what? Gas-O-Leeny. You know what it is. You see the title. You see the thumbnail. You know who I got tonight. Give it up for the one and only beautiful lies, El Guapo in the building.
Yeah, I hit my own horn. What's good, Big Boss Real Talk? Salute and salutations to your team. I am your not so humble co-host, El Guapo, and welcome to Big Boss Real Talk Saturday Night Live. What's good, team? What's good, Big Boss?
Oh, man. You are the first co-host that ever came on and introduced yourself like that. Oh,
I try, brother. I try, man. I try. Shout out to you. Shout out to the chat. Good to see you tonight, man. Shout out to Oakland.
Oh, man. Oakland, California in the building. You know what I'm saying? Even though we no longer have the Raiders no more. But you know what?
Yes, sir.
Raiders,
but that's okay. It's okay. Yeah.
They're over there in Las Vegas. They left us
I know it.
Back in the day. They went, but at least they kept it California, man. They just went to Southern Cali. They went to Los Angeles, the LA Raiders.
Right.
Now they had to cross state lines to Nevada. But they're kind of like both our teams, you know?
I got you.
Ain't that what the guy said on Friday? They got knocked out by Debo. It's like both our bikes. We just go
right. It's both ours.
Boom. Oh, man. Shout out El Guapo, beautiful lives.
Shout out to you. Hey, can I say this real fact, team? Make sure that you come in, liking that video. Hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Big Boss is the man, 50 grand. He has been a great supporter over here on Team Beautiful Lies, and I appreciate it. Listen, I don't do collabs often, but when he reached out to me, I was like, I got you, boss. I got you. So here I am. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Oh, man. Oh, man. Well, thank you again, man. You have learned well from your mentor, YouTube mentor, the lead attorney.
Shout out to the lead. Lead out there acting a fool, man, with these young chicks, man. He's out there doing the most, bruh. Look, he said he had a date last night. I'm like, bruh, I sent him $50 for a drink. I was like, buy her a drink, yo. I know you don't drink, but buy her a drink at least.
Oh, man. He dating the Foot Locker chicks.
Look, yeah, probably the 23-year-old from Foot Locker. You know the lead, man.
Hey, I ain't mad at him. I am not mad at lead. Speaking of the lead attorney, I met him in person, actually, at the top of the year back in January.
Okay.
He had a meetup, a YouTube meetup out here in California, Southern Cali, San Diego. I said, man, I had to jump on it. I've been wanting to meet him, and he didn't have it in Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. He had it here in Cali. So I flew out there. It was nice, man. It was like a weekend event, a Saturday, Sunday type of deal. Saturday, we were at a restaurant, a fancy Brazilian steakhouse, right?
Fogo, yeah, Fogo de Chao.
Yeah, Fogo de Chao.
There you go.
We was there Saturday for dinner, and after the dinner at the Fogo de Chao steakhouse, we went to another hotel that had like a rooftop like lounge. It was lit. And then the next day, that was Saturday. Sunday, we had like a group event like at an escape room. I never did an escape room before. It was dope.
They're fun, yo. They're a lot of fun. Did y'all make it out?
Yeah, we made it out. So my group, we broke up into groups. My group, we made it out way after the time, but we made it out. Because I think you get like 1 hour, one solid hour.
Normally you get an hour, yep.
We went over 20 minutes, but we figured it out on our own. And it's a trip. Like you have the radio, right? You can call the front desk, like I think 5 times for clues if you get stuck.
Right.
We called about 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 times, but we made it out. So
that's dope. Good. That's all that matters, bro. Better late than never, right?
Right. Speaking of which, if you don't mind, hold on, let me share my screen right here. Let's see. Right here. So yeah, it's me at the event. You see that, right?
I see it.
Yeah, at the event.
It's not now. So I'm still seeing your folder. You might have to switch it to show the actual picture.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. See, this is embarrassing.
Hey man, struggle streaming already.
While we still started. Oh man.
That's you standing next to the sign of him like this. I can see that.
Yeah, I got some of these are videos where he's talking.
Oh yeah, nah, it's not showing up, my man.
Oh man, that's messed up. Okay, let me do it like this. Boop. Share screen. Boom. Well, I know it's gonna work like this. Hold on. Boop. Okay, so did that picture show up big?
I can't see it, my friend.
Oh man, for real?
Yeah, I'm getting just the white screen. I see the StreamYard tab, and then I see your browser, and then the white screen, man.
Oh, that's whack. That is whack.
It's all good, man. We'll share it another time.
It's all to the G. Another time. Oh man, when I get it all together. Yeah,
there you go.
That I actually met him, and I have a shout out from him and a few little quick interactions. Say, "Oh, Lee," he said, "What's up, Big Boss?" He said, "Subscribe to my guy, Big Boss, doing good things over there." So yeah, the lead.
Love it.
I didn't know the lead was the lead is a big guy, sort of kind of. He's a tab.
Yeah.
I'm 6'2", so he must be like 6'3", 6'4".
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm 6'2" as well. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. He's like a whole half a head taller than me. Not quite wider than me, but he doesn't have all this fat. He's like lean, like kind of like
right
America-ish. I'm like, look at you, lead. I said, oh man. So that was a trip. I didn't expect him like to be that size when I met him in real life. So that was dope.
Right.
Shout out to the lead. But yes, sir, all about El Guapo, King Maker
Let's do
Studio.
it.
Man, that is a nice studio. I was watching your stream the other night, and you said that you have in your house, you have 4 studios. A, B,
Yeah,
C,
I got.
D?
I'm tomorrow. I just had the 75-inch TV hung out on the deck above the hot tub. That's going to be Studio D. All right, Studio D for deck. Yeah, so I got a little bit more that I need to clean up tomorrow, but Studio D will be done. So this is Studio A. Studio B is the game room. Studio C is the sitting room up in the bedroom, and Studio D is going to be out on the deck, yo. So yeah, man, I'm doing it for tax purposes, bro. Get my my Trumpist capitalism on, so that I don't have to pay all these taxes. I'm trying to take as much square footage in this big house that I got and use it for YouTube, so I can write it off, bro.
You write it off. Shout out to Pocket Watching with JT. Did he teach you that tip? Or that's
my dad. And so shout out to Pocket Watching. I've learned a lot from Pocket Watching with JT, but my father is actually retired from the IRS. And he does my taxes. Yeah. And he was like, you need to set up some spaces. Just shoot 1 video a month there and you're good. We can write it off. I was like, all right, done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to your dad, man. Wow,
Yeah, Don Guapo, he's a smart dude, man.
Don Guapo, your dad, a former IRS. Okay,
yep.
Your background, military, right? What branch of service?
I enlisted in the Air Force at 18 years old, man. Wow. 18 years old. I wanted to go to the Air Force Academy. I applied and didn't make it out of high school. SAT scores, ACT scores through the roof. But I went from the white Jewish private school to the inner city public school in Baltimore, and the girls were just built different. So when I got there in 10th grade, man, I didn't go to class anymore. I was a smart kid. I just didn't go. I didn't go to class. We were hooking school, and I was trying to, you know how young 16-year-old men do. I don't want to be too
men. I know.
Too explicit on your channel.
Oh,
yeah.
Man. Oh, man.
But bruh, it was wild, bro. I was trying to knock down everything moving back then. So
right. And it took your focus off academic
of school.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
But you
got a male thought.
I think we all were. Well, I kind of still am. Shout out to you. You're no longer a thought no more, because you are married. You're an honest man.
I try.
Congratulations on your new addition, son, right?
Thank you, man. Yeah, Guapito, man. My one and only son. I'm done, man. I had the snip done back in February. I'm done. I'm about to be 45, bro. I'm done, man.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Yeah, I had the snip done back at about 46, I believe. So, by the way, I'm 51. I'll be 50.
You holding it together for 51, man. I see.
Yeah.
You can't tell by the gray. I'll tell you that. Yeah.
Exactly. By the gray, right? Yeah.
Yep.
So, I always say I'm the same age, literally, as Tupac. Me and Tupac was born in the same year, 1971. He would be a few months older than me. I believe he's born this month, April, I believe. But I'm born in Halloween. My birthday is literally Halloween, October 31st, 1970.
Wow. Yo, you know my boy, I don't know if you've seen this. I've had my buddy on the channel before. Roscoe P's Tales from Overseas. He's my son's godfather.
Oh, that's what's up.
His birthday is on Halloween.
On Halloween. Yeah, it's rare. My whole life, I can count on one hand the people I came across whose birthday is actually on October 31st. So, yeah. Right. So, that's why my government name, and you know my government name, that's why it has love in it. And that's all I'm going to say for the YouTube world. I asked my mom, I said, why did you name me my name? She said, well, you were born on a devilish day, and I wanted your name to have love in it. I said,
I like it, bro.
Man. Yeah, so I'm 51. I will be 52 this Halloween. So this is what 52 looks like, 51, 52. So congratulations, 45. You look very well for your age too, sir.
Thanks, man. I got to lose some of this fat. My face has gotten round, boy.
Right?
I'm too privileged right now. You know, my brother-in-law, is Cock Diesel, my same height. He's like, yo, Guap, you need to get in this gym with me. And I live like 8 minutes from him. I say, yo, let me get settled in the house. Let the baby get here. I'm ready. Give me 3 months, yo. You know, you can change your life in 12 weeks, man.
Yeah, absolutely. 12 weeks.
Yeah.
16 weeks is softer, but yeah, 12 weeks you can do it. A hard cut in 12 weeks. Absolutely. I have a health channel that's been up
Really?
for months. Well, yes and no. So I had a channel with no content, man. That channel, and it's actually up. You click it and everything. It has a banner and everything. I think it had like 20 subscribers. No videos. They're all up here. So I don't know if you can really tell me being in my 50s like this. I am into health and whatnot. But
I got you.
It's hard enough. As you know, as a content creator, it's hard enough trying to run one channel, let alone 2 channels. So,
bro, I don't know. Yeah, I have an idea for another channel. I've actually bought the URL for the website and everything, and I'm not ready to start it yet. It is so difficult to just manage one and be consistent there. So, but yeah, I feel you, man. I feel you. But yeah, man, 18 years old, I joined the Air Force, dog. I was in Air Force Junior ROTC in high school.
Right. Okay.
You know. So that and the ladies are the only things I took seriously in high school and working. I've always liked having a job and being able to make my own money. Hello. You know what I'm saying? Hello. Yeah. So, yeah, that's how we did it.
That's how you did it. Air Force. So how many years did you serve, sir?
8 years. 8 years. Okay. I had a plan to go career. I did about 2 years enlisted. And then after my 3rd year applying to the Air Force Academy, I made it in. I went to the Air Force Academy Preparatory School, which is like the junior college of the academy, right? Okay. And what that does is for those people that may have been just there was a little bit of a gap between their test scores or their GPA and the expectations of the academy. They would do a year of the prep school, or if you had been a couple of years removed from schooling like I was. You know, I worked on F-16s fighters for 2 years before I went to the academy. Yeah. And bro, it was a blast, man. You know, I was a little bit older, college experience. I came in making money. Most people go to college, they broke.
Right.
You know, so I came in making money. I was an E3, you know, senior airman. No, I was an airman first class. When I got to the prep school, I got promoted while I was there to an E4 to a senior airman. And we were just acting a fool, dog. It was bad. I'm commander of the school. So I'm an officer candidate. And, you know, fraternization, you know, officers and enlisted personnel are not supposed to date, right? I had me the baddest enlisted girl on the base. That was my girlfriend.
You can say that now. We don't want you to self-incriminate.
Man, this is 20-some years ago, man. Now it's all good.
Hey, real talk.
Yeah. I mean, she's an adult. It's just that I was an officer. It's like being the boss. Yeah. Yeah. It's like being the boss. And then she's my employee. You're not supposed to do that.
Right.
I had a car. You weren't supposed to have a car. I got one of the airmen that was military police to give me a base sticker so I could get on base. Bro, I was a mess, bro. I was a mess. I was a menace in Colorado Springs back then.
A menace. Hold on. Got my first super chat. About to be rich tonight, man. You killed it the other night. Shout out to OW504 for $2 holla. Great show, man. We just getting started. He doesn't have a whole lot of time, but he's gonna rock out with me.
Man, I'm not rushing you, brother. I'm not rushing you. I don't want. We gonna rock until I start doing the Baltimore dope fiend. We good, man. But shout out to OW504. Salute to you. Boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
Hey, he has all the effects. So I nominate El Guapo Beautiful Lies as Big Boss Effects Director for this stream.
I got you, man. You should be able to hear the sounds, but like I said, I'm having some problems. I got a meeting with my team tomorrow. But you'll be able to see it.
That's what's up. That's a shout out to OW504 from New Orleans. Good brother. Yeah. That's what's up. So you look like you and the ladies, man. So 8 years. 8 years of the Air Force. Thank you for your service.
My pleasure.
You know, do you ever think back and regret? I think you do things different to do a full 20 years in the military versus your 8 and out, or are you good? Are you good with how life played out?
You know, they say hindsight is 20/20, right? So as I'm older now, I realize that things had to happen in the chronology that they did for the maturation process for me to be where I am now. You know what I'm saying? I was it, man. I wanted to go to NJEP, which is Euronatal Joint Jet Pilot Training. Okay, it's like the Top Gun of the Air Force. That was my dream, man. That's what I wanted to do. Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to be a fighter pilot. I really did. I learned to fly at the academy and everything. But the Baltimore came out of me in the academy and I got in trouble and I got court-martialed. And it was my own doing and I own it and everything. I was trying to be slicker than the streets, but your boy was facing, you know, when you're in the military, you don't fall under the American justice system. You fall under the UCMJ, the Uniform Code of Military Justice System. So I went from being the 5th black class president in the history of the Air Force Academy to confined. I did Fed time, yo. And I was facing like 76 years.
Whoa, you were facing 76 years?
I was facing 76. I got 20 months. I served 8. I actually received what's known as clemency while I was in there. And shout out to Lieutenant General Gallagher, who gave me my clemency. To this day, you know, I still vote. It's not even on my record anywhere. And you all wouldn't know about it if I didn't tell you about it. You know, this is the most I've ever talked about it. So this is a Big Boss Real Talk exclusive. Guapo, I have not talked about this, yo. I really have not even on my channel. But I'm going to tell you, you know, I had to go through that, man. And what that taught me is that, yo, I talk so much on my channel about success. And success leaves clues and success principles translate. The same things that made me successful in the upper echelons of the military. I mean, I used to eat lunch with General Matt Welch. General Matt Welch is the former Joint Chief of Staff of the Air Force.
Wow, Joint Chief. That's Pentagon, right? Pentagon level?
Yeah, he was at the so I think he was the one before that we have now. Back when I went to school, he was a 1-star general, a brigadier. Right. All right. Yeah. And I used to eat lunch with him all the time.
Wow. You were up there.
What made me successful there is the same thing that allowed me to navigate and successfully make it through prison. And that's kind of what I try to talk about here, you know, on YouTube. Because once you can see past the formula, you're like, oh, this makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So would I trade anything? I think it would have been awesome to be like an F-22 pilot. I have some of my peers that have, you know, my class, I was class of 2003. Last year was 2023. So all my buddies are retiring, you know, had long careers and stuff like that. But I can't trade my journey for anything, bro. And that's not like these ladies said, like, I've really been through some stuff. And what it does is it affords me the opportunity to come and help other people navigate the pitfalls and the stumbling blocks of life so that, hey, you know, what did Jay-Z say? Hove did that. So hopefully you don't have to go through that. Guapo did that. So you don't have to go through it, yo.
And that's
there you go.
Oh, man. If I had a soundboard, I'll drop something for you. The best I can do. Hold on. Hey, you guys. Here, beautiful eyes, El Guapo, letting it all out, keeping it real for your benefit. Boop. Show some support.
There you go.
Even if you don't, super chat, Big Bossy Boss on my show. Cash app, El Guapo at El Guapo Verified.
I appreciate that, man. Yes, I appreciate that. And yo, y'all hit that like button, team. Hit that like button, please. There you go.
See how they do me? You see how they do the boss? Oh man. Well, this is a small channel, So, your 40K, congratulations, you're down there almost at the 40K.
Thank you, man.
That's what's up. I'm at the 2K.
Bro, that's huge, man. I was talking about this today, not to cut you off.
Cut me off.
Subscribers is a vanity number. After you get monetized, it doesn't matter. Your views and your watch time matter. And the message that you're putting out, is it genuine? Does it have staying power? I respect somebody with a channel like yours, your size and what you put out there versus the straw man channel I talked about today on my live stream. I'm not trying to throw anybody under the bus, but there are ways to try to shirk the system and buy subscribers. I'm not saying that's what they did. But bro, you're out here doing it. And guess what? The cool thing that I like about YouTube is everybody starts on the same playing field. 0 videos, 0 subscribers, 0 watch time, 0 views. And it's up to you to go get it.
Grind it out.
And it's hard. It's hard, bro.
Man. Jeez,
yeah.
It's like pulling teeth. Goodness
gracious. It is, bro.
Man. So, YouTube. When did you first start your channel?
So honestly, I first started my channel in February of 2020. And I did, I made a video. I think I even said my government name in this video, yo. And I sent it to one of my Air Force Academy buddies, my homeboy Anthony.
Okay, shout out to Anthony.
And my dude Anthony, man, brilliant guy. And he's the friend that I have that if I have an idea, I like to bounce it off of him because I know he'll rip it to shreds and help me identify the weak points. That's the friend I'm talking about, right?
You all need a friend like that.
You do. Don't surround yourself with a bunch of yes men.
Yes men. Right.
Man, he ripped that junk to shreds, dog. It took me 14 months to make another video and actually post it. So I think the first video I posted, I have to go back and look, was like April 3rd or April 5th of 2021. So this upcoming week, is going to be my 2-year anniversary on YouTube.
That's what's up. Okay. Yeah. So like April 3rd or something like that. Right.
April 3rd or April 5th. I can't remember the exact date. I'll find out. But I promised everybody, once I hit 100,000 subs and we get the plaque, I'm gonna play that first video I sent to Anthony, and it's gonna be horrid. So I might have to just play it and walk out the room and not watch it, yo.
So it's not up on your channel. You have it like
it's actually on the channel. It's privated right now. It's been privated, but yeah. So I started my YouTube channel with that video, and then I privated it right away. So nobody's seen it but me and Anthony.
But you and Anthony, he ripped it to shreds. Oh, man.
Dog, but that's what you need.
Right. Because just think about it. Say if you didn't have that Anthony, and that maybe horrendous to you, what do you say? Horrendous video came out, and then you put out a dozen more horrendous videos like that. What would that say for the Kingmaker Studios channel?
Right. What it made me do? It made me tear my thought process down to the studs, like renovating a house and rebuild it properly. I actually started studying a lot of YouTube. I went into, I cloistered myself, with my earbuds. I would listen to YouTube 8 hours a day at work, man. I would just listen. I would listen to AMS. I would listen to Solo TDV 84. I would listen to Kevin Samuels. I would listen to all these guys. Turd Flinging Monkey, if you know who that is.
I know exactly who that is.
There you go. Yo, I became such a student of the game, and I became a new sponge. And all I wanted to do was absorb as much as I could. And here's what's cool about life. I talk about success leaving clues. Understand this to your audience, and I don't mean to preach at y'all, but this is the truth. You can't pour into anybody else anything that you don't have already in yourself. Ooh. And the only way that you can have anything in yourself is to go and either have people pour into you or go and soak up, absorb the environment around you. And that is a painstaking process. And that's what I did, yo. That's what I did, man. So, yeah.
That's what's up. Shout out to my moderator, Mr. At the top of my list. You see it right there. make sure you go subscribe. You know, it's always weird. The smaller channel, shouting out the bigger channel. Make sure
I appreciate it.
The Kingmaker, he needs some help over there on his
I need some help, man. Please help me, please. I'm about to sign a 70-30 contract with. I don't want to blow it up. Never mind. Let me not. I don't want to be incendiary on your channel, man.
We can get it. So believe it or not, contrary to popular belief, sometimes I actually have notes. Boop, I have notes.
I believe it.
And way down here, I just said, just pearly things ? Women in the manosphere. But that's way down here. So I'm still up here. I'm up here. Military, started the channel.
Right.
How did you and Lee become so close?
Man, honestly, yo, I was sitting there and I believe, let me not even say believe, I know that success happens when opportunity and preparedness meet.
Boom.
Me and LeBay were sitting in the house in Baltimore. And I think I had just found the lead, maybe 3-4 days before. And he was talking about, what was he talking about at the time? He was talking, this is back when he would really just talk divorce, relationships, stuff like that, really give advice and everything before he was able to flip the switch and add that fantastic entertainment spin that he has on there.
Right.
And he was talking about, you know, is marriage beneficial and stuff like that. And I'm a man that believes in marriage for the simple fact that this is going to sound crazy, but as much as I love women and having multiples, it's exhausting, bro. It is so exhausting. And it's a huge distraction if you want to be successful. So I'd rather have one good one at this point in my life. So I had been divorced twice and I just met LeBay. I was like, yo, I could see me being with her, especially after my pops met her. Okay. So he was talking about this and we were sitting at the crib. I don't even think she lived with me yet. And I was like, yo, I think I'm gonna call in. And I kid you not, Big Boss. Yes, I think it was this phone. I might have gotten a new phone since then. I took this phone.
Yes, sir.
I took my little selfie stick with the tripod. I found a corner that looked halfway decent. I had my collared shirt on.
Yes.
And I called in. And that was that, man. And then, yep. And he hit me up behind the scenes. He was like, man, I'd like to interview you one-on-one. So it was real serendipitous, man. And you know, even though you've met him in person, I haven't. You know, but even though we haven't met in person, you know, we both know we're very busy. We try not to abuse each other's time and stuff like that. But I respect the man. You know what I'm saying? And I know that he respects me. And there's a lot of stuff we don't see eye to eye on. But the cool thing about that is diplomacy rules the day with Lead and I. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a weak dude, my humble opinion, if you want just everybody to agree with you, yo. You know what I'm saying? You want to live in the echo chamber? That's what women want. I don't, once again, not to get too incendiary on your channel, but y'all, you don't have to agree on everything to work together.
Right.
And that's how that's what I see, man.
Man. And that is real talk. Hold on one second. Since I'm struggle streaming, I can't get my video to work good. I'm just gonna real clip on my phone 1 second, make myself big. Hold on. Can you see it?
Real talk. Y'all go check him out. Subscribe.
Yeah.
Like my man's content. Shout out to Big Boss Real Talk.
And that's Real Talk with the leader turn. Real Talk. And Gail.
Look at Gail. Look at Jess.
Oh, man. It's only 20 seconds. I'm going to run it back again. But even there, you see how he's like taller than me?
Yeah.
I'm 6'2". I'm 6'2". And he's pretty wide without the fat. And he's pretty lean.
Shout out to Big Boss Real Talk. Y'all go check him out. Subscribe, share, and like my man's content. Shout out to Big Boss Real Talk.
And that's Real Talk with the leader turn. Real Talk. And Gayo. Oh, man. Not the boss. Yeah, he's a cool brother. I got a little more
That's
video.
Dope, yo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gail. Shout out to Jess. Man, I look greasy than a mug in this when you
Probably sweating. Oh, I got you big, huh?
No, you good. You're good. You know what it is? I'm an oily skinned dude. Let me take some of this water. I'm gonna be ghetto on your stream for a second, man.
Man,
watch this.
I'll hide you. I ain't gonna do you like that. So,
No, you
I
good.
jumped out there. Oh, and by the way, do tap dance. You know what I'm saying? All right, you good? Okay, I see you back there.
I'm good. Come on.
All right, here we go. Be back
Yeah.
in. Ding, ding, ding. Tag me in. Put me in.
There we go, man. I'm greasy to the mug, boy.
Bro, we getting it together, man. That's what's
up. Man. I wish I could have made it. I was planning on coming, but that was right around when my wife was due with Guapito, man. I was like, yo, I'm not gonna make it. But I'm gonna make it down to Atlanta, man. Atlanta's right down the road. I'm gonna make it down there. I want to hang out with him and a lot of the content creators down there.
Right. Atlanta has a lot. Atlanta is hot with YouTubers.
Yeah, I lived in Atlanta for 11 years.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
What's up? Wow.
My second wife is a Georgia peach, bro.
Oh,
so
yeah, I had a couple of them back in the day.
Yeah, buddy.
Because I was messing with was like traveling nurses. They seem like Atlanta has a lot of nurses.
Yes.
I was tripping. Yeah, I had lightning struck twice. I messed with 2 traveling nurses, both from Atlanta. Like over the space of a few short years. Like, wow. That is what's up. Yeah, shout out to the Lee. So, so you just hopped on his stream with your cell phone, wore the nicest shirt you had, backed up in the corner, and just spoke your stuff. You know what it was, man? Your energy came through. First of all, you have a great voice. You should do radio. Thank you, man. Pictures. You could have been a star. You have the voice for radio, man.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
It's probably your mic too. You know, I'm gonna hate a little bit. It's probably just your mic.
Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. You think my voice is nice? You should hear my pop's voice. Ask my wife, yo. Don Guapo. White, huh? Yo. I can't take him nowhere, bruh.
All the women just milk.
The young chicks be like, oh my God, Don Guapo. I'll be like, man.
Pops. Look. See, so that's where you get your mannish ways from, huh?
Yeah, Pop Dukes, man. I'm still getting looks off my pops. Good genes, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But I don't take them because I'm married now, right?
Right. Exactly. That's what's up. So, it was a good fit. So for you to, when you started your channel, when you took it more serious after the 14-month, going back to the drawing board because your friend trashed the first video. When you got back on the horse, you knew this is the lane, the category, the niche you wanted to be in.
It was something I cared about. And there was a perspective that I had that I didn't hear anybody else talk about, right? So I talk about like being in a fraternity. I'm a Mason. I'm a DC Mason. Okay. And when you go through the 3 degrees to become a Master Mason, you learn a lot. You learn a lot about symbolism and everything. And now I can ride around the city, especially let it be a capital city in the United States. And I see things. I'm trained to see things. Yeah, there you go. I'm trained to see things that other people aren't used to seeing. I feel the same way about success, because I have been around highly successful people. You know what I mean? And they explain these things to me and they tell me what to look for and what to recognize and stuff like that. I see it everywhere I go now. And
you can't unsee it.
You can't unsee it. So one of the roles of a leader is to take complex problems and break them down into tiny bite-sized, easily digestible pieces for the masses to consume. You don't give a baby filet mignon. Filet mignon is delicious, but it's not digestible for a child in its infancy. So when I see these things, what I like to be able to do is say, hey, this is something you understand. Here's the principle contained within. Let me bridge that gap for you. And even when the late, great Kevin Samuels was around and everybody else, I did not see anybody making that connection.
Okay.
And that's what I wanted to do. And I'm passionate about it, say what you want to. I got a white baby mama. My wife is a lighter Colombian woman, but I've had 2 black wives. I've got 4 black children, and I love our people, and I want us to do better because my black son is going to have to navigate this world.
Hello.
You know what I'm saying? So,
as a black man, you see the stars and stripes behind us as a black man.
I see it as a black man.
As a black man. So shout out to you. So you have 4 children now. So you said their son is your only son. So that means you have 3 daughters, if you don't mind me.
I got 3 daughters. I had 2 daughters with my first wife.
Okay.
My second wife and I did not, my Georgia Peach and I did not have any kids. But before I met my Georgia Peach, I had an errant night with a heavy-chested white woman in Atlanta. Just one night is all it took.
Hey,
and
Big
that's my third daughter.
Talk. You know, he ain't that drunk yet. He's just telling me this all from the heart. Oh, man.
It's the truth. And then LeBay and I have a son. So, that's my 4.
Shout out to the kosher clinician. I know you know this guy.
Hey, shout out to KC. What's good, sir? Salute to the kosher clinician.
He's from the Tar Heel state.
Yes, sir.
It ain't 7, it ain't kosher. Man, shout out to kosher clinician. You hit the 7. You should be at 8K. Now, I didn't check. My bad. I didn't check. But a couple of weeks ago, he had hit 7.7K. 7.7. How pathetic is that?
Nice.
And he always say, if it ain't 7, it ain't kosher. Shout out to
it ain't kosher
clinician. That's what.
Shout out to him.
Yes, sir. For the $10. Thank you. Blessings, brothers. Salute. And also
salute to you,
moderator,
KC.
My own.
Oh, what's up, Tim?
Tim Howard.
Yeah.
$5. Passport, plane, and flight. That's in here too. And we pretty much there. Almost. We're about right there. Only thing is, okay, the focus of your channel on men. So my thing, since we're sharing and everything,
yes, sir.
About was 23. So I guess 12 years ago, I became homeless. I was homeless, working in everything, living in my cars. I had 2 cars at the time. I had a little Hyundai car and a Jeep Cherokee. I
believe I've heard you talk about this before.
Okay, yeah, right on.
Yeah, I actually watch your content, brother.
Oh, that's what's up, man. Shout out to you. But you know what? I know you do then if that's the case, because I rarely talked about this. I mean,
right.
I think I might have said this twice.
It was a while ago.
Or 3 times in my whole YouTube career.
Right.
So I almost never talk about it. So if you caught that from my content, that means you really watch me, at least used to. Yeah, but since we're sharing, I was homeless. Working and everything. It was a couple of things that went with it. It was like a perfect storm that hit at the time. My landlady at my apartment, she had passed. Her family took over. They was hiking the rent. Around the same time, I was still paying child support for my daughter. And in that year, so they had hit me for a big increase. They like doubled it out of nowhere. I guess under the health care, the California is adding in the health care into it.
Right.
I was already paying several $100s already. They down there doubled it out the blue. And at the time, I can't remember the exact reason, but so I'm an armed licensed security officer. At that time, I had kind of lost my firearm permit to work armed. So I was still doing security, but I wasn't doing security with a weapon. So that means my money got cut almost in half.
Big difference.
So
big difference.
Big, giant difference. My money got cut in half. The child support doubled. My money got cut in half. Child support doubled. Landlady passed. Her family took over. They wanted to raise rent because shout out to her. She was the saint. She kept our rent low for years.
Right.
She used to always say, everybody got to make it. Everybody got to live. Miss Jewel Taylor. Man, her family took over. They saw what she was charging us. She's old school.
They were like, oh, no.
Oh, no. We got to get it up to the nowadays. So all of this happened at once. And I was still working. But, so what I had did, hey, man, I nuked by my own self. I just took my stuff, put it in storage, and I just lived in my cars. And I basically lived in my car down the street from a 24-hour fitness because, I work out a lot. Mm-hmm. I was in there taking my showers, working out, being in Starbucks every day, reading a lot, in my phone, in my car, charging my phone, going to work. Oh, and I was still going to school at the time, community college, taking criminal justice. I was still trying to work towards getting on with the police of Oakland Police Department. And so I wanted to get my 2-year associates in criminal justice or administration of justice. So I was going to college. I was going to junior college. I was working, homeless in my cars, taking showers at the 24-hour fitness, sitting up in Starbucks doing my homework all day. I'm like, wow. And so around that time, then I gave one of my cars away to another homeless couple who they were living in the car. Their car got towed. They was living outside. I gave them my little smaller car. I just gave them the car. Just wrote it over to it, like little bill of sales and piece of paper. Then now I'm only in my Jeep. My Jeep gets towed. I'm literally, Big Boss lived outside for a full 24 hours.
Wow.
That was it. I said, hell no. I went to my brother's house. Shout out to my younger brother, who's my bigger brother. Crashed at my brother's house for about a week. His wife got tired of me being there. Shout out to her. She let her fingers do the walking. Women. She let her finger do the walking. She found a men's like halfway home called, I think it was called Pathway to Hope. I moved. My brother took me over there. I moved in. I went to my stores. I took some of my stuff. Now, this living arrangement was like a lot of guys. Most of the guys in there had drug problems. They were in and out of jail and all this kind of stuff. My thing was just, financial kind of hardship, right? So, shout out to all those guys. I don't really keep in contact with none of them now, but since my situation was a little different, I was a regular working guy doing security. Didn't have those problems. I was a little bit different from them. So the guy who ran the program, he made me the house leader. I was over all the guys.
Right.
That was a trip because I'm brand new. Here it is. I'm brand new. And guys were in line and they said, wait, why'd you make him the leader? So that was trip. I stayed, El Guapo. I stayed in that situation for about 3 years. A little too long. Yeah. I got comfortable. That's kind of bad because what ended up happening, I had got my gun license back and I had to lock it up. And good thing I had my own room. Being a house manager, I had my own room. So I had my own room. Most of the guys share rooms. I had my own room. I'll go back and forth to work. And when I come back, I would regulate the guys, make sure the guys, I would settle disputes. I think one thing that helped the guy who ran it, by the way, his name is Angel. That's the trip. Put me over the guys. Shortly after I was there, every now and again, he has a cookout. He does things for the men. And so in the cookout, the barbecue, the guys are all lined up. I'm in line with everybody else. I got there not too long ago. And we had this big old white guy. I think he was we had a couple white guys, but he was a big white boy. He was like corn-fed, 300-something pound, kind of fat, but fat and husky. And he was just bullying everybody, and everybody just kind of took it. And so he jumped the line. I was going to say something, but nobody else said nothing. So I just let him jump the line. But what did it? So it was an older black man. He kind of, I don't know if he physically touched him, but it was damn near. He damn near shouldered him and elbowed him in the chest to get in front of him and take some barbecue. I just couldn't take it. I walked up right to that white boy. I didn't know him from Adam. I said, hey, man. He said, my channel. Who the fuck you think you are, bro? You jumping the line in front of everybody, and then you're going to do that to OG? That ain't cool. And he said, you shut up, blah, blah, blah. Man, so I just stiff armed,
Oh, okay.
No, I was about to. I stopped myself from this cold cocking him, but I basically Heisman the hell out of him right in his chest. like both hands, like double, like bam, like I try to put my heel in his
to his spine.
Yeah. Bam, because he's bigger than me. Man, he went down. Barbecue flew everywhere. I was like, oh shit. So I said, damn, this big boy about to get up. So I got in the fighting stance. I was waiting for him to get up. I probably should have rushed him and just mocked him before he got up. Yeah. My ass, I let him get up and I was ready. He got up. He looked at me, went, got some more food, and just walked in his room and closed the door. I was like,
he's bully. Yeah. Yeah. Bullies don't want it.
Right.
Yeah.
I was ready for it. But in my mind, I said, I should. The Oakland enemy, I should have been on him and mopped him before he got up.
Yes, you should have.
I know. So I dropped the ball. Thank God it didn't come back to bite me in the ass. I let him get up, and he got up. He took a look at me, grabbed some food, and went and walked away. Shortly after
ain't no such thing as a fair fight except in regulated sports like boxing and MMA. You on the street, yeah, I feel you. You're a gentleman. As mediocre tutorials and reviews would say, those were the tactics of a gentleman. You're a gentleman.
I guess I wasn't trying to get kicked out either. At this point, I didn't even know. So it's a trip when you step up. Because you're not supposed to fight at all, because it's a men's group, like men, and most of those guys are some real dudes. A lot of them have drug problems, a lot come out of jail. So to keep the peace, you're not supposed to have no kind of physicality, and I started it. I put my hands on them first, but the guy who ran it, Angel, he looked at the totality of it, and he liked that I stepped up to defend the OG, and everybody was scared of the white boy, and I wasn't. Shortly after, he made me the house boss. So I was big boss.
Is that where it comes from?
Not really. It big boss. It don't come from that. But hey, I take that.
I'm just trying. I'm trying to make the connection, bro. Man, what a fantastic story. And even though you went through that, kind of like you asked me about, would I've changed anything with my military career? Even though you wouldn't want anybody else to go through it, that shaped you into the man that you are today. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so I was there for a little too long, but eventually I ended up getting my own apartment. And then from there, I still dealing with that landlord. I am where I'm at now. I got back into church, believe it or not.
Good for you, man.
When a guy hit rock bottom, you're right. They always run back to the Lord. I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. I briefly got back into the church. I got ordained as a deacon. I'm still a deacon. Yeah, even right now, because we have a saying: once a deacon, always a deacon. So
okay.
I'm a little off the beaten path right now, or a lot off the beaten path, but technically in my heart, I'm still a deacon. I was in the church for years. I became a church leader, but I eventually stepped away for a lot of stuff that I saw going on. And to be honest, this my own ish, my own BS. So one thing I don't play with God, and I'm like, you know what? I'll come back when I'm ready. I don't want to be half-assing and half-stepping like a lot of people up in here.
I feel that.
I feel that. True to myself.
Well, the cool thing is, man, and I am a loud and proud Christian follower of Jesus Christ, man. And I mess it up, Jesus. I mess it up all the time. I know, Lord. I know it. But he's with you regardless, man. You know what I'm saying? So when regardless of if you're ready or not, he's already ready for you. And he's right there with you, dog. And I say that loudly and proudly, man. If I look at where I was 3.5, 4 years ago and look at where I am now, there's no way it should be the way that it is now, yo. If I look at all the dumb stuff I did in the military, I shouldn't even be breathing. You know what I'm saying? But God. But God, yeah. But God. Absolutely.
Oh, man, don't get me started, man. But thank you. So that being said, shortly after I left, I got into this thing called travel and all.
Hold up. He got his freedom papers, y'all. He got his freedom papers.
Eyes free. Give us free. I'm a
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
My man got his freedom papers, yo.
Man, sure. Man, I haven't looked back yet. Yeah, so I got this late in life, man. So like I said, shortly after I got snipped at 45, 46, I think 46, my first international flight when I was 47, right? So about 5 years ago, 2018, Dominican Republic, Sosua, 2018. The mighty.
Say less. I know it.
Training wheels. Oh, man.
Yeah.
My mind was blown.
Yeah.
My mind was blown.
And you think, man, I've made it halfway through my life and I didn't even realize that this existed. What was I doing? What in the world was I doing? Yeah.
I'm like, how did I not know this existed? How did I not know? I'd have did my life so differently. I would have structured it so differently. I would have spent my money so differently. I would have had different priorities. You know what I'm saying? Setting up the next step and for if had I known. You know what? Like Will Smith said, and one of the Men in Black. You don't know what you don't know.
Yep.
You don't know what you don't know.
I'm going to tell you something. And the beautiful thing is, even though we find this stuff, a lot of us late in life and everything, one of the greatest things, and this is where I think that you really truly start to mature and step into your manhood. Yeah. When you realize some of the things that you do in this life, you will not reap the benefits of. They're for the next generation. I'll give you an example. My younger brother, Brandon, turned 30 last year.
Okay. Shout out to him.
And I thought it was his 29th birthday. I messed it up. I was like, oh, you're turning 30 this year? I was like, yo, I'm taking you to Brazil. For those of you that know anything about me, Brazil is my second home. It is 2023. I first went to Brazil in 2006. So almost 17 years ago in there. I've been doing business in Brazil for 13, 14 years. I speak rather decent Portuguese. I have fallen in love numerous times in Brazil. I almost married a woman in Brazil. You know what I mean? So I love Brazil. I absolutely love it. I took him down there. Now, my brother's an Air Force veteran like I am. And this was not his first international trip. But this was his first time really going and enjoying himself overseas in like a vacation type environment.
Right.
I am proud to say that right now, my brother is in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, with one of his friends, showing him Rio for the first time. He is my blood. He is a Guapo for real. And he has been studying Portuguese for the last 6 months. I'm checking in on him every other day, and it's so nice to be able to pay that forward. Like, dude, I wasn't able to take advantage of it, but you at 30, your life is going to be completely different because I'm able to show you this. And that's part of the importance of the Passport Bros movement. People want to get caught up in the nomenclature and all that stuff, just like, I'm not part of the manosphere. And I was one of the ones too, but I didn't want to be part of the manosphere because it's called the manosphere. It's just that I was tired of the politics. But then I realized, you know what? When you're the leader, which I'm not saying I'm the leader of anything, but when you're the leader, you get to set the tone and the pace. And that's what I've decided to do with that. So people want to say they're leaving the Passport Bros. People want to say they're leaving the manosphere. It's fine. Give it to me. I got it. So
and
that's how I feel.
Real talk. Oh,
yeah.
Man. Oh, man. That's what's up. So you say you took your younger brother down to Brazil. When was this last year? When did you take him?
September.
Oh,
I shouldn't even gone, man. My wife was like 5 months pregnant. I was like, baby, I gotta take him, yo. Let me take him down.
She let you go.
So and now he's a man. Yeah, he's a man, and I believe in, you don't take handouts as a man. But I was like, bro, just pay for half your ticket. Everything else I got, the apartment, everything. Bring a little spending money. Other than that, I got you. Yeah. And we had a blast. We went hard for like 3-4 days. That's it. I only had like 3-4 days and we came back. And within a week, he was booking his next trip.
To go back within a week.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
That got to be something. Your first spot, Brazil, Rio de Janeiro as your first overseas spot. And with your older brother. How dope is that? Oh, man.
Yeah. And I juiced him in, man, and he pulled a baddie down there.
Guapo. He had
this chick was DNA. So bad, yo. I was like, oh, I hate you, yo. I was jealous.
Does he have a deep voice like you and your dad?
He does. His voice is deep too. So my dad is about 5'8", 5'9".
Okay, shorter.
And then my brother is about 5'9", 5'10".
Okay.
I get my height from my mom's biological father, my biological grandfather. He was like 6'6", and just something about it. Like my sister's like 5'9", 5'10".
Oh.
My oldest daughter is 13, and she's like 5'7", 5'8". Yeah.
Genes,
So those genes from my biological grandfather, or my maternal grandfather, are strong, yo.
Strong. Wow.
Like little Guap, my son,
already,
is huge for 5.5 weeks. He's a big boy, yo.
That's what's up.
He's a big boy. He's going to be a big boy. I believe he's going to be about 6'5", yo.
That's what's up. Yeah.
Yeah.
My son, who's older now, my son is a few inches taller. My son is 6'4".
Woo!
Yeah.
That must feel good, man. I can't wait, yo.
No, you know what? I'm gonna keep it a stack. It took me, he's been taller than me for a few years now. When he caught me, I was feeling away. And I ain't gonna lie, when he passed me years ago, Big Boss is in denial. I said, my eyes ain't working right. Oh man, I was in denial.
I look forward to. I want to be like, hey, boy. Like,
it's funny you say that. His name to this day, he's about to be 25. His name is Boy to me, literally.
Yeah.
Boy. I made sure to call. And he just laugh at, he take it. It's all love.
It's a term of endearment, boy, not the racist boy that the colonizers would use on. It's like, hey, I call my son Boy now. I'll be like, boy, you better stop. Yeah. You done took my wife.
Yeah, you told me. Yeah, he said your son is addicted to titties.
Man, he's a titty monster, man. Oh, he doesn't even have to be so. He just be laid up on the titty. His favorite spot. I got them the nice swivel rocker chair for his nursery, and they sit there with the big window, and she'll rock him back and forth and just lay him on the titty. I'll be like, man,
he is 7 heaven, hog heaven.
I'll be like, man, and then he treats me like Django. I'm Django, bro. I'm telling you, he wants me to dance and eat chicken for him and all of that stuff and make a fool of myself. I'm telling you, bro.
Oh man,
he's a mess, man. But I love that kid, man. Yeah, and I'm enjoying every moment of it because I know that's the last one. I have done what it takes. I went and got the snip.
Yeah.
Can I say something about that real fast, man?
Go ahead. This is a men's channel, men's health.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you something. It wasn't until I got my vasectomy and I actually talked about it that I realized how many brothers have had it. Mm-hmm. We don't talk about that, yo.
A lot of guys don't.
We really, really don't. And look, as much as we need to protect our seed, especially when you got some dough, let me tell you something. This is going to sound super duper ignorant, but this is the truth. I don't want to mess up, but I am a man and I can see I'm not the guy that says never. I will never get caught in a segs scandal or anything like that. There will never be a segs tape that comes out. Things happen, yo.
Lucky you.
My wife loves me, and I believe that if something happens, she forgive me. But you do not want the lingering effects of having to take care of another child outside of your marriage. And I have no intentions of doing anything like that. But at least I am vindicated in the knowledge that, hey, worst case scenario, you might find out about a singular incident. You are not going to have to look in the face of a child that happened outside of marriage. And I think this is something that black men need to definitely take heed in, especially with this family court system stacked against you the way that it is. You talk about paying child support. Man. I'm right there with you, bro. Now, shout out to my first wife. My 2 oldest daughters. My first wife has never and said that she would never put me in that system.
Wow. Shout out to her.
And to this day, she hasn't. Now, she gets on my ever-loving nerves, and I be wanting to jump through the phone and fight her and stuff like that. But I commend her for that. Now, my white baby mama, she ran straight to the court. Let me tell you something, big boss.
Karen.
This is funny. So I had to go, you got to go, depending on where you live, and you got to take that paternity test, right? Mm-hmm. So I was in Atlanta when this happened. And it was the wildest thing in the world to walk into the child support services office, and they put all the men in like a conference room. And some of the brothers were cold blooded. They were like, man, I ain't signing ish. I ain't signing this. And I'm like, all right, let me just go ahead and sign this and everything. And then you walk by where all the women are with all the babies. This white girl was the only white girl in there. She stuck out like a sore thumb, yo. A sore thumb.
Karen.
Wild, yo. It was wild. But yeah. Now my white baby mama, yeah, she went hard in the paint on your boy.
You know, that's something. Whereas, okay, let me say this right. That there is something to be said for marrying and procreating, having children sometimes with the women that look like you, that share your same experience, that come from your same soil, that come from that same slave background, that can identify that your child that come from them, you know, then versus having, you know, no offense, having a child by an outsider, so to speak, that don't have that same, it's something for that. And so what I segue into, that's why I don't bring myself, at least on my channel, and no one can ever say I do. I talk about the laws. I don't talk about against American Black women. I don't talk about American women, especially American Black women. That's
okay.
Yeah, you get it. Your mama Black. Yes, she is. And I have a daughter. Don't speak about her much, but I have a daughter. That's my first born, my daughter. My son is actually second born. My daughter is older. I have a daughter. I have a mom, grandma, aunties, females, cousins. I don't talk against Black women, right? So it's something to be said for the women that share your same background, right? But what I do talk about with the stars and stripes in the background, I talk about our laws, our unfair laws, the unfair system, the gynocentric, feminized laws and teachings in society that favors women, right? So I am very man-centric. And like I say, when I had my homeless spell and stayed in that halfway house with a lot of those men that were going through stuff and dealing in that cycle or whatnot. Now, women, you know, shout out to them, because women, they are pretty much the weaker sex, right? The weaker sex, and a lot of times they have a kid. So I can get with and get jiggy, and I can understand how they have a lot of government assistance. You know, the government bends over backwards for them, and rightly so, right? Men can't catch a lot of breaks. There's not a lot of resources for men, right?
Right.
So that's why I go so hard for men. That's what led me to the red pill, well, the manosphere, so to speak. Red pills is being aware, right?
Thank you, Big. It keeps rewind for a second.
Yes, sir.
Say that again, because people mess this up. Let me tell you who I'm disappointed in. Let me tell you who I'm disappointed in.
Talk your shit.
And I like these brothers. But Abba and Preach talk so much about red pill content creators like they're talking smack. Yo, all the red pill is an understanding of the truth, removing the scales from your eyes. That's all it is.
Enlightenment.
So how can you be mad at the truth? And that gets a bad rap. Say it one more time, Big Boss. What exactly is the red pill?
The red pill is simply being aware, being awake, understanding the cheat code, the computer line code back in the Matrix, just like the reference to the movie from the 1999 sci-fi movie with Neo, the Matrix being a system of control that trapped us in and locked us in as units, productive units, just being awake and aware to the games being played and how you can maneuver and just do what you need to do. It's
just being aware, man. Yeah.
That's it.
Dude, you know what's funny that we're talking about this?
It's not about manipulation and all this kind of stuff and
getting
over. It's about protecting yourself. You have an understanding and you knowing how to circumvent and how to move and protect yourself.
Right. You know what's interesting? I was just reading, you know, they let Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate out of jail yesterday.
Yes, they did.
Did you know that yesterday was the 24th anniversary of the release of The Matrix? 1999. It came out March 31st, 1999, the day they let them out of jail. I remember, bruh. I remember the campaign. All you would see is posters that said, "What is The Matrix?" You remember that. You're old enough to remember that.
Yeah, I'm old
And when
enough.
you went to the movies to see that, Joe, you were like, yo. The red pill is, it's all about awareness. That's all. Yeah. That's all it is. And the story was written by a black woman too.
Yeah, so. I heard that. And so the brothers, they got
sued and lost.
Wow.
And transitioned, but yeah.
Yeah, and right. One of the brothers transitioned.
Both of them, brother.
Oh, they did? Both
of them.
Wow, where was I at?
You weren't missing anything, bro.
Yeah, so real fast, and this is not YouTube, so I'll be all right. I'm gonna play this, production right. Hold on. Let me hit up King Spawn. Thank you, King Spawn 99.
Look at that thumbnail.
Hey, every week. Hey, thank you for the $5. Yeah, every week he pulls up. I don't care if it's 99 cents, just so I can see that his thumbnail. Oh man.
Bruh, why?
Boom! There you go. Drop the bomb.
Booty butt cheeks, yo.
The cheeks, man. He got cheeks for
man.
weeks.
Oh my gosh, yo.
Shout out to King Spawn. Yeah,
I love it.
I'm in a WhatsApp group with him. So real fast, make myself big. Play this right quick. This is not YouTube. I don't know what platform this is on, but should be all right. The man himself. Oh, my bad.
Shout out to Andrew Tate.
It's a little bit emotional. I've been in one room since last year, so it's a little
right.
bit emotional.
Wow.
Respect, firstly, to the judges who heard us today, because they were very attentive and they listened to us and they let us free, so I have to give absolute respect to them. I have no resentment in my heart for the country of Romania or for anybody else. I just believe in the truth.
It was political, so
I believe in God, and I think that the fire of truth will eventually destroy all lies, and anybody who lies on a long enough time frame will feel the sting of regret, and I believe in this.
Yeah.
I truly believe that justice will be served in the end. There is 0% chance of me being found guilty of something I have not done. I maintain my absolute innocence, and I think most people understand this, and I look forward to being out. So thank you very much, everybody.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shout out to Andrew Tate. Boop. Okay, let's get it together. Same time.
Bro, can I be honest with you? I know they're on house arrest. I be out, bro. I'm gone from Romania. Yeah, I'm a fugitive of the law. I'm not staying there. There's no freaking way. Andrew Tate's worth almost $1 billion. I'm out, yo. I'm not coming back, man.
They took his cars. That was scandalous. I heard the police.
Don't worry about it. He's a billionaire. I'm gone, dog. I'm gone. Come get me in Saudi Arabia, homeboy. Come to Saudi or to Dubai or to where did they just have the World Cup, Qatar? You're gonna have to come get me from over there. Good luck.
And he's Muslim too.
Yeah, it's Ramadan too. I'm out, bro. There is no way I'm staying in Romania.
Yeah, that was foul, man. That was foul the way they did him, man.
Yeah.
Just kind of like gangsterish, not even, they used the law, but they did it, they did it gangster style. Just basically brute force, put you in jail because he said so. Wow.
Yep.
And he's still kind of not safe.
That's why I said I'd be gone, bro. He has a private plane. I would be gone. I would be across that border so damn quick.
Yeah, but he had to go to a place at non-extradition though.
So here's the thing. When we think non-extradition, we think the United States. The United States want to extradite you from anywhere. Where's Romania going to extradite you from? How much pull does Romania have to say to somebody like a Saudi Arabia, the kingdom? Man, get that. Bro, I'd be out, yo. I would be out. The Baltimore in me would make El Guapo. I'd be like, man, I'm gone. The second y'all ain't looking, I'm gone. And I'm going to be live streaming. I'm going to be in this piece like, hey.
Catch me if you can.
I'm in Bora Bora. Come and get me. Yeah, I'd be out, yo. Because you see how they did him already. They were only supposed to hold him for 30 days. It's April, bro.
That's crazy. Yeah, he went in before, like he said, last year, before New Year's.
Yeah. Yep. And that's their law that they're supposed to hold him for only 30 days. They held him for like 100 days. I'm out. You done showed me everything that you need me to, that I need to see. I'm gone, bro. I'm gone. Know what?
That could be a good defense because they, like you said, they broke their own laws. At this point, you went off the rails. You're basically acting like a gangster. You went off the rails. You're breaking your own rules to hold me in. So I can't trust you.
Think about it. They let him out. So I could see if they kept them in for 100 plus days with a cornucopia of evidence.
Time served.
And then locked him up for 20, 30 years. But you kept him detained for 3 times as long as you were supposed to.
Right.
Against your own laws, only to let him out? Bro, I'm gone, dog. I'm out, yo. Right. I'm out like it is the South in the 1950s. I'm gone, bro. I'm gone. I'm like, yo, you don't have to tell me twice you want to lynch me.
Right.
Reckless eyeballing? Got it, boss. I'm out.
Ain't no Emmett Till. Rest in peace.
I'm going back to Africa. Bye.
Man.
You know.
Wakanda
yeah, I'm
forever.
out.
Oh, man.
For real.
Yeah. Shout out to him. Yeah, and I don't know your political stance, but still, it's a thing about right and wrong. There's a thing about, rules and having an agenda and weaponizing the courts for an outcome. Like the thing with Donald Trump, man. I mean, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous, in my opinion, right?
What are you referring to specifically?
With Donald Trump, them trying to arrest and indict, an ex-president for monies that was supposed to have been paid to Stormy Daniels.
Okay.
And like
that's the adult film star lady, right?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
So I'll be honest with you. Mm-hmm. About 8 years ago, I stopped watching the news, man.
Oh wow.
I did. Because this
is on social media. This spilled over.
Yeah, and I try not to even watch much with politics. When it's election season, I start doing research.
Yeah.
To see who aligns with what I'm looking for. I don't have a specific party affiliation, but I look for who aligns with my belief system. So I'd seen the headline, but I didn't know what it was about. It's over the chick that did Skin Flicks. Word.
Yeah. Yeah. So
they're trying to put him in jail for that.
Yeah, the parent hush money before he ran for president last time, and whenever you run for office, all your dirt came out. So supposedly he had his handler pay her off for her to be quiet, and people got wind of it. Blah blah blah. But like Trump Jr. said in a tweet or whatnot, he said during the time when my dad was in office, and the other side threw everything at the book to find anything like a jaywalking ticket, like anything to get my dad.
They impeached him twice, bro.
Yeah, and impeached. This is what he said. They came over this incident. They even passed on it because they knew it was BS. It was BS. Very hard to prove. Very BS. Very flimsy. They passed on it. And these guys wanted to get my dad to the point they impeached a president, and they was looking for anything. They came across this. They overpassed this. Now, and then he said, I guess it's a statute of limitations. After the statute, like you said, what'd you say, Romania breaking their own rules? After the statutes of limitations, you're still going back after statutes of limitations on something very minor and petty that the prosecutors overlooked just because my dad announced a run for next year. Political in nature. Soon as he announced, like I think it was kind of obvious. It wasn't the next day. It was in the self same week. Soon as Trump announced, when he announced he's going to run 24, the week he announced, this popped up.
Let me ask you this, because and I don't know much about it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Okay.
But I swear,
I do.
And we're talking about
Shout out
One
to
thing
Dennis
that I
Furlan.
do know, say
Dennis
what you want to
Furlan-
say about
Dennis-
Trump.
Dennis
He's a
Furlan did
savvy
whole live
businessman.
on- Dennis Furlan
Yeah.
did a whole live on this topic.
Yeah, I got to catch it. But let me ask you this. Wasn't there an NDA in there that she broke, like a non-disclosure agreement,
Oh,
that
absolutely.
she broke it?
Yeah.
So, okay, let's just take a step back and let's
Breaking
just
their own
pretend
rules.
it's not Trump.
Breaking their own rules.
Let's pretend it's Joe Blow.
Joe Blow.
Joe Blow has a non-disclosure agreement with a young lady,
Yes.
which I'll be honest with you. Let's say I wasn't married, just with the little tiny bit of notoriety I have right now on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you're messing with me, you're signing an NDA.
I heard
And
that.
you're talking about the future president of the United States. So there's a standing NDA. I get even more famous, or Joe Blow gets more famous. This person that signed the NDA breaks it against the law.
Against the law.
I extend the olive branches like, look, let me better incentivize you to just let this alone.
More money.
And now I'm in trouble. If I can't pay a chick to be quiet about some shit I shouldn't have been doing, excuse me for cussing,
Hey, this
but
real
you get
talk.
it. Yeah.
She
I don't
making
want
it
to
bad
be.
for all the women.
What happened to capitalism, man?
Stormy
You know
Daniels.
they have a saying. They have a saying that fair exchange ain't no robbery.
No robbery. Hello.
So
Nice.
now all of a sudden he's and I want to take Trump out of it because people will get lost in the fact that it's
Yeah.
Trump.
They get
But
triggered.
if you
They get
take a
triggered
step
by
back
him.
and you look at it, you're like, that's ridiculous.
Right. On the surface,
Yeah.
the 1, 2, 3 facts are crazy, bro. Are crazy.
Yeah.
But because it's Trump, it's okay, right? Yeah. Shout out to Chris Rock. Everybody hate Chris, like the TV show. Everybody hate Chris.
Yeah.
Because it's Trump, he's the punching bag. It's okay. But
Wow.
anybody else, that is crazy. And like you say, the Andrew Tate Romania stuff is past the statutes of limitations, so it's a moot point. So
Yep.
just from that, it should be off the table. And she broke the NDA. And like you said, like Trump Jr. said in the tweet, when they were going after my dad hard, like for real, like for real, to impeach, prison, the whole nine, they overlooked this.
Yeah, they were like, yo.
It's nothing burger. But
And
soon
they
as
wonder
he
why
announced-
people are becoming passport bros, yo.
And you wonder why. And you know what?
Yeah.
Through the natural flow, we went through damn near everything. We got 2 passport bro. So I would say this, Mr. Married Man,
Yes, sir.
do you, I don't know why you would or wouldn't, but do you consider yourself a passport bro? In any
I
shape?
consider myself a traveling man just because I've been traveling so long. I've preceded the passport bro phenomenon, right? Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, sure, I'm a passport bro for sure. For sure. I believe in, and this my black mother has told me for a long time, you know, El Guapo, go where you're appreciated, not just tolerated. She had to explain this to me when I was going to a private school with nothing but white children, you know. And so, yeah. And it's not just that, you know, it's more like it's not just women. I've done business overseas. I've done other things overseas. And if the path of least resistance is outside of the United States, and I have the chance to be successful in a relationship, the chance to be successful in business, to leave a better legacy, that's what I'm going to do. And it's like, it is what it is.
Water
you know,
flows to the path of least resistance.
Right.
You know,
so
shout out to you. There's no right or wrong answer to that, but for Big Boss Real Talk, you answered right. Shout out to you. And it doesn't matter. My respect for you actually went up. My respect for you went higher if possible. Now it's off the chart. Respect level 9,000.
Thank you, man.
My thing is this. Businesses, whole ass businesses, in the
Yeah.
States would shut down a factory and lay off 1,000 American. You see the stars and stripes. American.
That's a good
workers.
point.
They would lay off 1,000 American workers and go open up overseas where they can pay people less for pennies on the dollar.
Yep.
Businesses do it for their gain at Americans' expense. Businesses do it. People have tax breaks and write-offs. You talked about, shout out to your dad. Shout out to Donald Trump. He told Hillary a long time ago, he said, those tax breaks and tax loops I use, your donors use. And if you didn't like it so much, change the law. But you're not going to change the law. You know why you're not going to change the law? Because your donors use it. So it's a trip when I say that to preference the context, people do what's in the best interest for them. Especially
exactly.
It's not like illegal. So you want to put a moralist spin on it, a moral high horse. You know, you're on your moral high horse and put a moral spin on it. But for as legal, black and white, legal, illegal, people are going to move across state lines in America right now. Some states, like Cali, legalize marijuana.
Yep.
Other states, your ass is going to go to jail for a joint.
Yep.
Even though it's supposed to be a federal thing, some states, I believe, with their abortion laws or whatnot. So even and then especially different states within our continental U.S., the Second Amendment, gun rights. Some states are open carry. Some states, you can't even have a bullet.
You have to work in a cash business and all that stuff. Dude, just think about income tax or sales tax. Some states have it, some don't. That's why people like to open businesses in Texas and Florida and
people move, people migrate for what's going to benefit them, for less taxes.
That's a great point, Big Boss. That's a great point. I never thought about it like that.
Don't get mad at me because I'm moving in a way that's beneficial to me. Whether I go
You're a relationship capitalist.
Right. Whether I go across the state line or over water. If it benefits me, if I'm not breaking a law. So you want to say moralistic, moral. Okay, well, you know what? Before you get to me, it's a whole line of people you need to jump on if you're talking about morals. I'm not breaking a law. It's not illegal. And a lot of things are not illegal where I'm going. Hello, we'll leave it at that because I got El Guapo on. When he drops down, I get more explicit. But I go where my activity, what I like to do is legal. I'm not breaking a law. Everybody moves about that benefits them. And speaking of prostitution, it's legal in America in one state, Nevada.
Nevada.
So that's crazy. Out of 50 states, 48 continental, 48 is legal in one state. Well, they pretty much should do away with it there. How's it legal there? It's magically legal. And out of the 12 counties, because I researched it, right? Out of the 12 counties, it's legal in 10. Only 2 is not. Nevada had 12 counties, and 10 is legal. 2 is not. So in the state, even you might say that's 1% out of 50 states, 1%, it's still legal somewhere in America. So someone from Texas, from Florida, California, Mississippi, 49 other states can cross over and it's magically legal there. So I don't want to hear it. They can keep their morality in their own ass. I do what I do. I travel for my enjoyment. Wink, wink, whatever it is my right. It's my right.
So you can speak on it with me on here because I understand what you're saying, man. I understand what you're saying. And here's what I'll say. I don't want to address the prostitution thing direct head on, but I will say this. We as Americans, especially Americans who have not traveled beyond the borders of the United States, we have this terrible misconception that we are the rule. Right. We are not the rule. The second you step outside of these borders, you realize that the way that we operate here in the United States is the exception, not the rule.
Exactly.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, this is way bigger than any type of pay for play or legalized prostitution. But, you know, when you take, this is the dangers of trying to take the moral high ground and absolutism and,
Right.
you know, thinking that you're holier than thou. You don't know the hell what the hell you're talking about. You know, you go to a lot of these other countries, their food is better. Their people are happier. They're healthier. They are content with what they have. And you start to realize, you know what? The way that I've been doing things my entire life might be wrong, which is earth-shattering to most people. I remember Kevin Samuels talking about people having a cognitive break. That's the type of thing that'll do it.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to it, a man paying a woman for some of her intimate time, or let me say it like this, or the Passport Sisters going to Jamaica.
Hello, on the raft.
And getting on the bamboo raft rides.
Get a booty rub.
And getting paint brushed up and down. I talked about this.
And getting rubbed on with plastic bag, sir. Can you get a plastic bag? Not in.
The door swings both ways.
Come on.
And the cool thing is, here's what I haven't seen. The last questionable picture or video of somebody overseas messing up that had any type of notoriety was Justin Bieber like 10 years ago when that raggedy chick in Brazil took a picture of him while he was sleeping. That was like a decade ago. And it was just a picture.
Brazil seems to get us in trouble. Austin Holloman, Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Big Boss. I don't know if you know
it
about
happens.
That, but
yeah, it happens. So here's what I'll say. And shout out to Tim Howard. You know what I'm saying? We got video explicit XXX of the Passport Sisters in Jamaica. We have firsthand accounts from the yardmen down there about what goes on. There have been numerous documentaries on the porta potty experience for these Instagram models in Dubai. So at least
getting flued out and shitted on. Oh shit! I said it. Flued out and shitted on in Dubai.
Yeah. So you know, it's just kind of like the pot calling the kettle black, and this is where you got to be careful. This is for men and women. You got to be careful trying to. There's a big difference between taking the moral high ground and then trying to high road somebody. Big difference. Yeah. Man. Holding your, excuse me.
It's all good.
Holding yourself to a higher moral standard is very different than thinking that you're automatically better than everybody else.
Right. I'm going to say this. Holding yourself to a high moral standard is cool and all for you. That's for you. Even if you hold your, think about it. What did Cat Williams say? It's called self-esteem, bitch. Self-esteem.
Yeah.
Self-respect. Even if you hold yourself to a moral high ground, that's for you, for your moral code. That is not for you to walk around and use it as a bludgeon to hit everybody else and to judge them by your morals. Because where you may so-called, if that, be superior to me in this aspect, you're probably worser in this aspect. Hello, that nobody know about. So that's why nobody can walk around judging. You are not God to walk around judging your fellow man. You can't judge. People need to get the 2x4 or the red oak tree out of their own eye before they worry about the toothpick in somebody else's eye, because you're probably doing stuff worser.
I feel that.
And if you have a moral code, that moral code is for you, like a samurai code or whatever, or some kind of
Bushido code. Yeah.
It's for you. It's not for you to be throwing on other people. I do what I do. I don't hurt nobody.
I'm sorry, man. Woo. I'm getting old, man. I'm sorry, brother.
It's all good. We didn't ran everything down real fast, sir. And thank you for coming on.
My pleasure.
are you aware of the travel YouTuber Ace Live, and you have like Check in Effect and IMR?
I've met Check in Effect. I ran into Check in Effect in Brazil.
In Brazil.
Good brother. Yeah, I've ran into Check. Ace Live, I'm not familiar with Ace Live.
Yeah, Ace Live, YouTuber, Haitian descent, from America, whatnot. Big YouTuber. His channel he's coming up on 500,000. He's at 420K, I think, 420K. So
I'll have to check him out.
Yeah, in our space, we always say it's Ace Live and an African YouTuber, Mara. They were neck and neck ever since they had like 200, 300K. And now I believe Mara, the African YouTuber, Mara has 460K and Ace Live has 430K. And here comes Check in Effect is running right behind him. He's about to hit 300K. But what happened is over this past week, it was basically what some call a Passport Bro civil war between the Titans. Ace Live and Check in Effect had got into it. But real briefly, what I'm gonna say is Ace Live did I believe it was Instagram. He did an Instagram short, and he had green screen behind him, other channels that's in his feed. And Ace Live was saying, he's a full-time YouTuber. He depends on YouTube while he's traveling the world. He says his views, which means his money, has went down as of late. And he goes into his back analytics. It shows him the channels that are closest to his, and he looks at those videos. And most of, if not all those videos, and Check in Effect video was in there, has a lot of TNA. This is my channel. Titties and ass. Titties and ass. Women on the thumbnail, sexualized thumbnail, whatever. And so that's drawing a lot of the male attention, to get clicks. So Ace was just frustrating. Maybe he probably shouldn't have made this out, but he was coming from the heart. He said, hey, man, I try to give you guys good, wholesome content. Back in the day, I used to put that kind of content out. I did. You guys know it. I know it. I've been pivoted away from that kind of content. Now I try to give you wholesome content, culture. I don't really show you the women like that, but it seems like I'm being penalized. I moved away from showing you the women. My views went down. But now all the guys who are showing you women, or showcasing the women, or at least their bodies on the thumbnails, and sexualizing their content, their views going up. Guys, you need to do better. It don't always have to be about tits and that. So, hey, shout out to him for saying that. But Check in Effect took offense because it was a screenshot of a different channels. He zeroed in. He saw his channel name in there. He clapped back. Right. He said, yo, bro, don't come at me like that. My content ain't all about that. Maybe I might have a girl or two and a thumbnail or two, but the core of the essence of my content is also culture. So they went back. Obviously, we come to find out there is some background to that, some kind of, I won't say beef, there is a background to them. And so that's why the clapback was immediate. But blah, blah, blah. Shout out to both of those brothers. I reached out to both of them. Believe it or not, I have both of those guys on my channel. On my little small channel, I have both of those guys on this small channel, both my friends. But I say that to say on a bigger thing, YouTube, where are we moving into, regardless of that particular situation? People's viewing habits, right? Let's be honest. The TNA in my channel, tits and ass, sexualized content, big booty girls on the thumbnails are going to get the clicks.
Agreed.
Views. So, I mean, what do we do about that as content creators? Trying to find a balance to give good content, creative content, and satisfying guys, I don't want to say desire, interest,
right?
Clicking the views.
So here's the thing. You said his name is Ace?
Yeah, Ace Live. Shout out to
Ace Live.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get the desire to want to evolve as a content creator. I get it. I made a video last year like I was getting out of the manosphere. I swear to goodness. And I'm still going to do it. I'm starting a cooking channel. I love to cook.
Oh, wow.
Love it, yo. Love it.
Ace pivoted to cooking when he first moved away. He pivoted to cooking. That was his first pivot.
Yeah. So I want to do a cooking channel for real. It's probably I jumped the gun. It's probably 2 years away now that I think about it, instead of being now, but I get it. But here's the thing. The TNA thing is nothing new. And when you start fighting nature, is this not the same thing that we talk about to the women? Like, hey, you know, your power's in your femininity. Look at nature. There's nothing on the masculine side for you. You have to operate where you have power. You know, you cannot begrudge a man for being predisposed to wanting to see TNA. That's just the way it is. Sex has always sold. It's always sold.
Man, on TV, on our TV,
right.
on our commercials.
Exactly.
Nice
So here's what I would
a
say.
motorcycle have nothing to do with a woman in a bikini.
Do you remember the old GoDaddy commercials with Danica Patrick and all that? Like, come on, man. It's for website URLs. And you got Danica Patrick in her driving suit with her cleavage showing. What does that have to do with you? So it's not anything new. This is what I would say.
Nature.
You can rage against the machine all you want to. Just because you decide to take a moral pivot does not mean that everybody is beholden to follow you. You know, and this is something I've had to realize as a content creator. I do believe in integrity when it comes to your content.
Yes,
I don't like clickbaiting. What I do like is kind of like the teaser trailer intrigue. We were just talking about the Matrix and that ad campaign. What is the Matrix? You had these great posters of these people in like Trinity and the bodysuit and everything. She's got the glasses on. You got Neo in the full length leather looking like this. And he's got the aviators on, you know. You got Morpheus with the rimless sunglasses on. And the bald head. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with intriguing a person. But when you clickbait people, that's some BS.
Yeah, absolutely.
So just as long as you don't cross over into clickbaiting, folks, because here's what I do believe. Everybody gets the same 24 hours a day and everybody's time is extremely valuable. And if you try to fool somebody into wasting their time to watch your video just for the sake of getting an extra view, that's some BS. Be better in your delivery.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But TNA is always going to sell. I can't wait to go back to Brazil and film more hot ladies. I can't wait. Yeah. So it is what it is.
It is what it is. That being said, you rocked out for over an hour and a half. We're at an hour and 40. I'm about to land the plane. Well, this segment of the plane with you, but I would be remiss. And we literally, just by natural flow, went through everything on this list. The very last
I love
line, it. The very last line, however long you want to close out with this, just pearly things / women in the manosphere. My very
two completely different subjects, and I want to answer them both.
All right.
Let's make the former last and then the latter first. Women in the manosphere. As a military man, I believe in using every tool that is available to me for the right job. For example, if you watched when Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews and Melanie King were over in the UK and on the show, Melanie King was the right tactical tool to have the conversation at a level that no man, black or white, could have and have received in the way. She had a particular set of skills. Shout out to Liam Neeson.
Yes.
Along with her physical aesthetic and everything else, you know, she was able to get this message across and actually talking about women's, you know, personal hygiene and saying they stank without the blowback that would happen if a man ever said that. The most wild men out here, you know, that it's very few that could even get away with saying that, you know, especially on a platform that big. On one hand. So for women in the manosphere, I think there is absolutely a place for them. And there are a lot of people in the manosphere that don't believe that. But anytime you decide to pigeonhole yourself when it comes to intel, tools, artillery, armament,
Come on, military.
or anything like that, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. And it might be the rare instance that you need that tool, that you need that caliber of armament. But when you need it, you need it. So it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And it's stupid to exclude an entire demographic of people that are on code and on your same message. Even if, because I hear this, oh, this person's a chameleon, that person's a chameleon. Are they helping to get the message out? That's the question. That is the question. Are they helping to get the message out? Let me give you the caveat. Without taking advantage of their audience, which is a big, big pet peeve of mine. I believe that when you have a platform, you have a responsibility because people will believe those people that they look up to. And it's very easy to take advantage of those folks. You look at the Derek Jacksons, you look at Freshman Fit, who sold courses and were charging $1,000 an hour to these young, impressionable men about, hey, don't give these 304s the time of day, and yet you're leveraging your platform to sleep with your guests. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that women have a place in the manosphere. Just pearly things. I don't want to touch the racism thing because I haven't done it on my platform, and I think that it's been done to death, and almost every angle that could be approached has been approached. Okay. And I don't think I have anything to add to the conversation. Plus, I think I would give up a tactical advantage if I actually spoke my true feelings and thoughts about just pearly things, and I try to live a tactical life. Here's what I'll say. She's willfully dense. She plays up the dingbat role to a T when it suits her. But at this point, like a one-trick pony, I'm not calling her a trick or a pony, but what I'm saying is, like a one-trick pony, she's starting to get diminishing returns doing that. All right. Number two, she's cheap. That is ever apparent from the contracts that she does. And I did a whole live stream on that, not promoting my stuff, but I'm just saying, yeah.
You broke it down. You broke it down in a major way.
Yeah.
Shout out
to
you.
And number three, she's selfish. Thank you.
70-30?
Yeah, she's selfish. Well, here's what I'm saying about selfish.
And you get that's a high percentage. 30% is high for you.
Well, forget the percentages. This is why I say she's selfish. The 70-30 will be more that she's cheap to me.
Oh, cheap. Okay. Why
I say she's selfish is she got on Obsidian's stream and said, hey, I realize how privileged I am. It's not a big deal to me. If this YouTube thing fails, I can just go home to my family and I'm still wealthy. Well, what about all of these Africans, your Africans that you employ that are using the money from the platform that they've helped to build up? You know what I'm saying? And they're using it to help feed their family.
Right. That's some real shit.
And you're willing to just eject and take the golden parachute and just leave everybody else out there to dry. That's why I say she's selfish. Yeah. Wow. I think that her true colors are shining through, and this is where she's actually genuinely ignorant versus willfully dense. She doesn't realize how bad she's making herself look. The worst thing she could have done is that copyright strike thing.
Oh, yeah. She put one on Dennis Sperling out here also.
No, she didn't. Did she really?
Yeah, that's what Mr. said earlier in the chat.
No, she didn't.
I know she did one against Sarah.
She did 5 against Sarah Garvey.
Whoa, 5?
You're a content creator. 3, and your channel's gone. If you can't defend it. Yeah.
If you can't defend it. 3.
She did 5 in a day.
She trying to bury him.
Yeah. She went after Dennis Sperling.
Yes.
Oh my God!
Said it out loud. That's what in my.
I can't wait. That's the best news I've gotten all day. She tried to strike.
The Blizzard.
That's the wrong one, bro. Shout out to the Blizzard King, yo. For real. Yeah, yo. Shout out to, oh my goodness. I can't wait. I hope he's talking about it.
This week is gonna be lit. She messed up. Well, hey, old school, California, LA, Minister Society. The scene where Kane was taken down in the police station, interrogated, and messed the story up. And shout out to the interrogator. You know you done fucked up, don't you?
You know you done fucked up, right? Now you said before,
right? Man,
that you got there at 11:30. Now you're saying that you were home at 1:30. That was a good scene. I can't remember exactly what he was saying.
Yeah.
Which one was it?
I said, man. Yeah, someone, hey, I want to say, right here, Rudy Grissom. I can't confirm or deny.
Hell yeah, yo. Okay.
Is Dennis Sperling
This is what I'm talking about. This is going to be great. This is going to be absolutely great. She hit multi-millionaire attorney,
man,
Dennis Sperling, with copyright strikes. All he has is time and resources and an abundance of knowledge. Oh, is that him?
Yeah, hopefully he'll pick up.
He might be live. Is he live? You got Dennis Sperling's number?
Yeah, of course. I'm Big Boss.
Dog, I guess so.
Yeah, he might. Is he live? Let me check.
I don't know. He normally is live around this time.
Oh, my bad. I just text him. Yo, did Pearly Things hit you? I could have voiced it, huh? With a copy. With the strike, because you can get strike. Yeah, you can get strike for many things. You can get strike with a strike. Boop. I'll do a voice. Yo, Uncle D, this is me, Big Boss. I'm live. I'm live with El Guapo. El Guapo, say hi.
Salute to you, Blizzard King. Good to speak to you, sir.
Yeah, so one of my viewers just said Pearly just hit Dennis Sperling with copyright strikes. Hit me back. Let me know if that's true. Oh, man. Crazy, man. Crazy. Big Boss. Real talk. Yeah, shout out to... Oh, he's typing. He's typing back. He must be live.
Okay.
Yeah, he's typing right now. Typing. I sent him the link. You see, I sent him the link.
It says, bro, it's 11 p.m.
Oh. Let's talk another day.
Yeah, tell my bad, West Coast time, my mistake. That's what you say.
Okay, that's what I say? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Yeah, it's barely 9 p.m. Right now.
Yeah, it's after midnight here.
Oh, it's after let me let you go. West Coast, and then he's a millionaire too, right? West Coast mistake.
Yep.
Boom. He didn't hit me with a God bless you. Let's talk another day. He said,
right.
He said, let's talk another day. God bless you.
Right.
My bad. West Coast mistake.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
But man, I'm gonna go look, man. If he, please, I hope. Let me tell you something.
Confirmation since I said it. That's what it was. Yeah.
Listen, Rudy Grissom. If this is true,
yeah,
that is a full week of content that I just got.
Yeah,
a full week, bro. Dennis is about to go ham on her. That is the worst person. She might be just trying to grenade her channel, man. She might just be like, F it.
Right. So that way, yeah. You know what? You are smart, Mr. Tactician. Yeah. You are smart. Because think about it. She catered. Let's break this down.
Out of all the people you go after Dennis Sperling. Are you crazy? Are you crazy?
He don't care about these hoes. Man,
the dude is a multi-millionaire attorney, yo. Are you crazy?
7 figures. 7 figures.
8 figures. Dennis is an 8-figure attorney.
8 figure?
8 figure. Listen to him talk about these class action suits, and I'm not pocket watching.
Right.
8 figure, bro.
8 figure.
Yeah. Yeah. He got a couple of digits in front of that.
No.
Yeah, bro. Dog, that is the dumbest thing. She might be trying to grenade her channel, man.
Yeah.
She might be like, yo, I done messed this up so bad. Let me just go and grenade this joint, and that way I can say it's not my fault, and I'm out.
And I was attacked and bashed by a black man.
Yeah. She's just going to go home to Illinois and call it a day. But I'm disappointed in Pearl, man.
She telegraphed. So she telegraphed the move. So that's why she said it on the sit-in. What they say, to plant the seed, predictive programming. Now I'm getting my conspiracy stuff, but predictive programming, where you already set the seed, plant the seed already before it happens. So you already speaking. I could, quote unquote, I could just go back home.
Right.
And then you attack a bulldog, not calling Dennis Sperling a bulldog, but a bulldog like Dennis Sperling, Blizzard King, that's going to blizzard your ass. Perfect excuse. Oh,
dude.
I got it.
Forget a bulldog. That dude's an American nightmare, bro. Like, I that is one man I would not want to cross. I would not want to cross Dennis Sperling, man. Not in the, just because he's this is what he does, man, and he's been wildly successful doing it. It's like, yo, there's certain people you just don't want to mess with. I would not want to lock horns with Dennis Sperling in the legal arena. And when you copyright strike somebody, that is a legal procedure.
You see, you copyright strike a lawyer, right?
I'm trying to think, what is she striking?
You know, when she don't like the message. You know, and
that's against the rules.
I had somebody strike me for only strike I ever got on my other channel. A certain YouTuber I was going back and forth with. He made videos against me for months and months and months. And I didn't respond because I said I didn't want to reward bad behavior. He made videos. He made videos against me for months. So I made a few videos back. I clapped back finally. And do you know, soon as I clapped back, he hit me with a strike, but not even copyright. He said it was.
Oh, it was like a term, not in terms of community guideline strike.
Yes, he hit me with a community guideline strike that said bullying and harassment. This guy, this guy who makes videos against YouTubers, and he brings their family in it. He'll bring YouTubers' mothers in it, YouTubers' kids and children on the thumbnail, make all kind of crazy videos against people. I make a video back. He hits me with bullying and harassment. I said, wow, bro. This guy is a whole coward and a bitch. You can dish it out, but you can't take it.
Yeah.
So what I say that about Pearly things is she probably don't like the content. She don't like the content, so she probably hit him with bullying and harassment.
Right.
Like this other bitch-made guy who makes videos against people. You make one video back, and they cry foul.
Yeah. Man, oh man.
Crazy. So we'll see. It's going to be a crazy week. But with that being said, we are at 2 hours. I'm going to let
my
you
friend
know.
I appreciate it, man.
Beautiful lies. A man of his word, a man of integrity, a man of honor. Any last words, sir, before I let this F-14 Top Gun airplane land on the carrier?
Shout out to the Tomcat. Nah, man, this has been an absolute pleasure. It was a lot of fun. You know, it doesn't feel like a forced interview or collaboration where you can just, two brothers coming together and having a nice conversation, man. I appreciate your transparency about things that happen in your life. And these are the messages that I believe that all young men need to hear. None of us are perfect. A lot of us are flawed. A lot of us have gone through things that we're not necessarily proud of, but we're thankful for not only having the ability to make it to, but through those things. And thank you to you, your hospitality, your audience. It's very seldom that I do a collab and people actually prepare and take notes, but it was an Now I took the time to do it, man. I had a lot of fun. So thank you.
Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for being a man of your word. Thank you for paying it forward. Continued success for your channel. You're almost at the 40K. I know you're going to hit 40K soon, and then 50K, and then 100 and big things. You're going to catch and pass the lead attorney. Shout out to lead attorney.
I'd love to catch the lead, man, because I'm going to talk so much. And if I catch him, I'm going to be like, man, you should have been upgraded your studio, lead. I'm just playing. I'm just joking. I'll be like, lead.
Yo, lead. The thoughts expressed on this channel is not the views of the Real Talk platform. It's your man's over here. Come get your man, lead attorney.
I'm just messing with you, Lee. Lee just upgraded his lighting, though, man, and it actually looks good. If you're not a content creator, you might not notice it, but he just upgraded his lighting. He has a primary light and a key light now instead of just too much light in his face. So,
right.
Kind of the same thing. I got a primary here and a key light here. So if I turn that off, it's very different. I have the shadow on one side of my face. So
I kind of got that. Let me see. My little makeshift. I turn one off. Boop. You see?
There you go. Yeah.
And then
that works though.
Boop. Oh man.
Yeah.
I'm in the dark.
But yeah, man. So shout out to Lead. I'm just messing with. But just I believe in making your idols your rivals. And I don't idolize anybody, but the saying, you understand what I'm saying. So
absolutely.
But much appreciated. Thank you so much. And we'll stay in touch. Okay, sir?
Yes, sir. On the back channel. El Guapo, Beautiful Lies. Thank you, sir. Thank you for
El Guapo out, my friend. Peace.
Welcome to
there you go.
Danger Zone. That was a hell of a movie, man.
It was. The new one is dope too, man. But shout out to you. Shout out to your team, man. All right. Take care. Peace.
Beautiful Lies, El Guapo in the building. He was in the building. Shout out to Beautiful Lies. Yeah, Tim Howard. And shout out Mr. At the top of my list. Boss is the plug, man. Boss is the plug. Lead attorney next. Lead, I'm coming for you. Lead. Oh, man. I got some footage with lead attorney when I went down to the his meetup here in California, San Diego. I got some footage. I got it on a hard drive, but it looked like my screen is not sharing. I might make little shorts out of it because I got a few minutes here or there with the lead attorney, so I might make some shorts out of it. Shout out to lead attorney, but more than that, the man of the hour, El Guapo, Beautiful Lies, Kingmaker Studios, and that's a hell of a studio. That is a hell of a studio. Shout out to El Guapo, Beautiful Lies. The plug, hey, I'm the plug. Boss is, hey, shout out, who gave me that name? Oh, Richie Mack. Shout out to Richie Mack. Zoom to Thailand. Richie Mack, Zoom to Thailand, gave me that nickname, the plug. Matter of fact, shout out to Richie Mack. He hit me today trying to get some YouTubers' number. He said, boss, I know you got everybody's number. I said, hey, man, I'm the plug. They call me the plug, man. All these people on my channel, I should be at 100K. Oh, man. Who I had on the channel today, man? Who I had? YouTuber Flex. Obviously, Ace Live. Shout out to Ace Live. And like I said, man, I have a lot of love and respect for Ace Live. And I feel where he's coming from. Now, I don't agree with every and anybody 100%, right? And that's okay to agree to disagree. The way Ace Life handled that, he could have handled it better. But, hey, he's a grown man. He spoke from his heart. It was what it was. And what he said makes a lot of sense. And what he said is true. People focus a lot on TNA, titties and ass, right? Thirst trapping is what it is. YouTube is not Pornhub, okay? YouTube is not X videos. What is X videos? Right? But it is what it is, And in this day and age, people, they scroll and they look, and especially guys, they like what they like, So you put the girls in your thumbnails, the big booties, the women on the beach, women in DR, Sasua walking on Pedro Casante, you know what I'm saying? Sex sales, let's just be real, right? And so I feel where Ace was coming from. He said, man, I'm trying to put out this good content, trying to show you culture. All that stuff is on there. But when you come over here, you can watch this. But you guys are not really tuning in to my culture content because you guys are all going for tits and ass and my views are going down. Hey, he said it is what it is. Shout out to my homie, Check and Effect. Met him in person, in real life, a couple times. Had Check Effect on the channel. Before he hit his 100K, yes, I had Check and Effect on the channel. I remember because I had to make the little thumbnail for it. He had 68.5, right? He had less than 70K. Check and Effect had 68.5K. In 1 month later, in 1 month, the very next month, from 68, he hit 100K. And then within the space of a year, he went from 100K to about to hit 300K. Oh, man. So I had Ace Live on the channel. I had Check and Effect on the channel. I'm in contact with both of them. When Check and Effect did that live stream, I gave a super chat and I said, hey, I love both of you brothers. You know what I'm saying? You guys should be able to work this out. But it is what it is. You know, family is going to fight. Family is going to fight sometime, but you're still family at the end of the day. But there's a lot of truth to that. There's truth to guys, you know, is going to click the booties, the tits and the ass. It is what it is. And as El Guapo just said, beautiful lies, this was no lie. Sex sells. You can't fight human nature. A man is going to be a man, right? And as long as we don't break no laws, we don't break no rules, you know, your morality, your personal opinion of your morality, that's for you. But if we don't break no laws, we don't break no rules, we play by the rules that's set up, a man is going to be a man and is going to do what he's going to do. You can't dick police. You can't pocket watch. It is what it is. So hopefully, you know, Ace Live and Check and Effect will come to an understanding and squash that beef, you know. Shout out to Razor Rays, the homie Razor Rays in the building. That was a big one for when Razor Rays did that live covering it. He had both Ace Live and Check and Effect call in onto the show, and they had it out. I wish I could say they hashed it out, but they had it out, but that's a good step. Hell, even Bossy Boss, the plug, didn't have both of them on at the same time. I had a featured interview with Ace Live, a featured interview with Check and Effect, and a featured interview with Ayamara, but I didn't have them both on the panel at the same time. So shout out to Razor Rays. But yeah. So I had the greats, Richie Mac, Zoom, some of everybody. Hell, one day, Bossy Boss channel is gonna blow up. Like nephew Halamans. So yeah, I might hit him. Sorry. Hey, I'm not mad. Hey, he always popping, man. I'm not mad. Big Mike. Zoom's live is popping. I might need to head there. Sorry, Big Boss. Hey, shout out to Richie Mac, Zoom to Thailand. Doing what he do. You know what I'm saying? He is, for all intents and purposes, full-time YouTube. You know, obviously he has other sources of income. That's how he's able to be in Asia and Thailand. But he is all in, full-time YouTube. So definitely make sure you support, you subscribe, you support Zoom to Thailand. Make sure you super chat, you cash app, because he is full-time. I am not full-time YouTube yet, right? I want to be. Hell, I'm still a security officer, not a security guard, a security officer, because I had a gun. Yes, I have my gun license back. And pretty soon, I will have me a California concealed. Hello. But yeah, I still work security. I work 2 jobs security. That's how I'm able to afford my trips, right? To keep a stack, I probably couldn't afford to travel as often with 1 job. You know what I'm saying? So I work 2 jobs, and I'm not ashamed to say it. My second job is basically my travel money, right? But then here's the catch. Now it's bad enough to try to get time off from 1 job. And when you going to travel for like 2-3 weeks, you have to get time off from 2 different jobs, right? So, but hey, I did it. That being said, I will be in Thailand, and I literally leave in about 1 week. 1 week today, I leave for Thailand. So I would see Richie Mac Zoom to Thailand in person We just spoke earlier today before the live stream. He wanted my help on some YouTube stuff, and he wanted a certain YouTuber's phone number that I had or whatnot. And I will help celebrate Richie Mack Zoom to Thailand's birthday party on the boat. I believe it's Richie Mack Zoom to Thailand and Time to Retire. Shout out to Time to Retire 22. They're going in together, Richie Mack Zoom and Time to Retire, renting out a big old boat. And we're going to be out in the Pattaya Bay, and I will be on the party boat with Richie Mack Zoom and Time to Retire and others. Yeah. Let's see what that button do, huh? The shit, that button gives Bossy Boss $2. $2 whole. Shout out to the people super chatting. You know how Boss do it. At the end of the stream, I'm going to make my little, my little donors list, right? Sometimes that list is long. Sometimes that list is short. And so, it is what it is. I had a guest like El Guapo, Beautiful Lies. And when I make the donor list, your name will be on there. So it is what it is. Oh, you going to be on there too? That's what's up. The Mikey story. What's up, big boss? See you on the boat ride, bro. Oh, yeah, you got your ticket, huh? Hey, man. Shout out to Time to Retire. I'm going to go ahead and say shout out to Time to Retire. I got mine in. I'm glad I got mine in because they're selling tickets right to offset the price. It's going to be dope, man, on the boat. I should show up. Time to Retire, I have a picture of the boat. Big old giant boat. It has like slides, like water slides on the boat that go into the water, right? DJ, food, entertainment, you know what I'm saying? All on the boat. Is going to be lit. And they are charging, a little of something to offset it. And even what they're charging, they're still going to come out the pocket. Richie Mack Zoom was telling me that. That's all I would say. He was telling me that today. He said, even with them charging for the tickets, they're going to come out the pocket, but it's something you want to do. So it's for Richie Mack Zoom's birthday party and Time to Retire birthday party. So Boss will be on the boat. So that's all good, man. That's all good in the hood. And yeah, go in there for Songkran. And Boss has what? My water gun. Yes. Have my water gun already. Have my water gun. Got my face mask. You know what I'm saying? Because, got my face mask, water gun. I'm going to be out there. Put the little GoPro attachment on top of here. You guys are going to see Songkran. I'll be out there for Songkran and Rolling Loud. Now, most likely, I will not be going to Rolling Loud itself. I don't want to pay for them tickets. But shout out, man. It's going to be dope. I know it's going to be dope. What? Cardi B, Offset, Chris Brown, Travis Scott, Rick Ross, Lil Uzi Vert, and a whole host of others over the weekend in Thailand. Thailand will host their first hip-hop Rolling Loud concert. That's going to be lit and dope. I wasn't trying to cop them tickets, man. And I kind of had a hookup on the tickets, but even a hookup, I'm like, oh, man, you bite into my fun money. So, but I'm going to be out there. It's still going to make it lit. It's still going to make the whole environment of Thailand Pattaya lit with having a Rolling Loud concert there and all those big acts. It's going to make the environment lit. And it's going to be Songkran, the water festival. Everybody going to run around water fighting and this and that. It's going to be fun. And then, like I say, my last day of Pattaya, I will be doing Richie Mack Zoom's birthday party on the boat. Then I'm going up north to Isan. The first time I'm going to hit up the Isan country because Isan is where all the thick melanated Thai chicks come from. The Thai chicks that kind of look like sisters, kind of. That's a little more melanated and more thick. Most of those Thai chicks come from up north in a country called Isan. It's an area called Isan. And so I'm going to the source. I will be hitting up Isan for a few days to see what it do. So I'm going to be all over the place. Bangkok, of course, Pattaya, and I'm going to hit up Isan after the boat ride. And I leave next week Sunday. So it's still Saturday. Well, on the West Coast, it's still Saturday. For you guys on the East Coast, it's already midnight. You guys are in the future. But for me, it's still, April 1st. It's not an April Fool's. It's April 1st. I leave out on the 9th. I leave out on the 9th, and I arrive on the 10th. So, based in 1 week, Boss is gone on a plane to Thailand. I will be back out there, turn it up. You know I'm going to go live. I'm going to go live while I'm out there. I'm going to get a whole lot of footage. I'm going to get a whole lot of footage. And most likely, like I'm doing now, right? Videos won't come out till after I get back, right? I'm going to be out there. I'm going to get the footage, but I won't put out videos till after I get back. But while I'm out there, I will go live a couple times while I'm in Thailand. And next week, make sure you tune in next week. Next week lined up, I'll go ahead and tell you, I have Travelversity. Javersity is lined up for next week. He will be my last Saturday Night Live before I go to Thailand. And when I go to Thailand, I'm going to hook up with Travelversity. I'm going to hook up with Chocolate Man in Thailand. I'm going to hook up. I should see the General Taylor Made because he's still out there. Of course, Richie Mac zoomed to Thailand on the boat. Time to retire. And a whole lot of people, YouTubers included, we're all going to be in Thailand for Songkran. And that's going to be dope. So next week, Saturday Night Live scheduled is Travelversity, Javersity. And it's crazy because when I first had Travelversity on my channel a year ago, wow, time flies, he didn't even have 500 subscribers. I think he had like 300 subscribers. He was just starting his channel. I met him in Brazil. Everything comes back to Brazil. Where I met Aaron Ferris. Shout out to BMT, Black Men Travel. I met Aaron Ferris, BMT in Brazil. And when I met Aaron Ferris, he also had tagging along like a little brother. Aaron Ferris had Javersity tagging along. And Ja was saying how he's going to start a YouTube channel. I said, man, when you get your channel started, I'll feature you on my channel. I got like 1,000 subscribers, right? I just got monetized before the Brazil trip. So sure enough, I had him on like a couple of months later. I had Javersity on. He had like 300 subscribers and 5. And I brought Travelversity on my channel, I want to say like 3 times. And the third time, he almost was at 100. He was almost at 1,000. I think he was like 800 or 900 subscribers. Now, shout out to Ja. I think he's pushing 30K, 25, 27. I'm like, wow, that's what's up. Brought the brother on when he had like 300 subscribers to my 1,000. Now I have 2,000, and he's pushing 30K. He deserves it. Shout out to Travelversity. So, hey, that's not why you do it, but that's why it's a good thing to pay it forward. You never know who's going to blow up. You know, that's why you don't treat people any kind of way. Just because they might just be starting the channel, they got 500 subs, and you might have 2,000 or 3,000 subs. In 6 months or less, that person can blow up and have 10, 20, 30K subs and by far pass you. So, Ja is going to pay it forward. I had him on the channel 3 times. Now it's time to return the favor. Javersity will be on the channel next Saturday. And the very next day, I'll be on a flight to Thailand. That's what it is. Big Boss Real Talk. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. This was a great interview. I'm not even going to water it down by keeping it going, dropping a link, bringing people on. I'm pretty much going to just stop it and snip it right here. You don't really need to add on to greatness. It was a great interview, great vibe with El Guapo, Beautiful Lies. We rocked out a little over 2 hours, 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm pretty much about to end it. And I have other things I'm about to get into, but thank you guys for coming out. That's what it is. And you know how we do it about this time. Big Boss Real Talk. Thank you guys for coming out tonight. Make sure you tune in next Saturday. Regardless who else is going live, tune in next Saturday for Saturday Night Live. I've been doing Saturday Night Live for a year and a half now, right? It was always Saturday Night Live. For a minute, I did the Friday nights, right? I did the Friday night tap. I did have my Friday night tap-ins. Those were dope. And those Friday night tap-ins, I was going too long, man. Woo. I have streams where I was going 6, 7, even 8 hours. I found one stream, and this was a Saturday Night Live. I don't think this was a Friday night. I went almost 10 hours. I couldn't believe myself when I was going through my own stuff. It was the counter. Yeah, I think the counter was at 10. That was the only stream, 10 hours. But I had a lot of 7 hours, 8 hours. I said, oh, like a job. 8-hour live stream, 6-hour live stream. But to keep it a buck, I was trying to get my watch hours. And it worked. And it worked. Boss got his 4,000 watch hours relatively quick. I got my watch hours before I got my subscribers, right? The 4,000 watch hours you need, 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers. I had 6,000 watch hours and about 800 subs at one point. Oh, man. So we're not going to keep doing that. You know what it is. Shit. But I thank you guys for coming out. And especially when, I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this. Hey, man. As the words are coming out my mouth, and this is the biggest one tonight. Boop. Mailman 17 for the $20. Supporting the channel. Okay, you bought a couple more minutes, man. I literally about to say, and the super chats are not coming in. Hey, I'm going to keep it a buck. To keep this train rolling, you know, money kind of greased the wheels, right? Money greased the wheels. So I was looking at, you know, but we have a lot of people live tonight. We have a lot of big names live tonight, sucking a lot of oxygen out the room. So that is a true statement. A lot of people are live on a Saturday night. The YouTube streets are lit tonight. So that is what it is. But yeah, as you know, I actively in the back of my mind, I count the super chats as I'm going, and I have a guest like Beautiful Lies, El Guapo, Beautiful Lies guest. I'm looking at the super chats. We've been rocking for 2 hours. So I was like, it's about time to land the plane. And sure enough, Mailman 17 come through with a whopping $19.99, $20, supporting the channel. Shout out to Mailman 17, man. You are a real one. I still remember when I was in, well, shit, you shot me 50 this, I think last week, right? The other week when it was. But I remember in my mind, it's funny what you remember. When I was in Thailand, the last trip, November, and I was up in Miss Thumper's village, and I was coming back from Miss Thumper's village, Takeo, into Bangkok so I can fly out. I did a live stream on a road trip, right, with Miss Thumper's auntie/uncle. Yeah, shout out to Auntie Uncle for driving me from the village to Bangkok. When I did that live stream in Thailand, Mailman 17 hit me with $50. I remember that. I don't forget. That's one thing I do not forget. You hit me with $50 when I did that live stream in Thailand. And you just hit me with some money the other week. But I remember, it's fun. When it's overseas, it hit different, right? When it's overseas, it hits different. You're like, wow. So shout out to Mailman 17. You are a real one. Oh, that's, yeah. Okay. No, but yeah, shout out to Mailman 17. That's what it is, man. Like I was about to say, hey, he's supporting the channel like we always do about this time. Big Boss Real Talk. Thank you guys for coming out, rocking with Bossy-Boss Entertainment Real Talk. We had El Guapo, Beautiful Lies. I guess people are still live tonight. Y'all can all migrate over there and go watch them. I could go if I wanted to. It's still early here. It's only 9:38 p.m. I know a lot of you guys on the East Coast. It's already midnight. It's Saturday night. You ain't got nothing to do. You watching Bossy-Boss? I can go for 2 or 3 hours. I could drop the link. Keep the conversation going, keep you guys entertained. But I'm not. But I thank you guys for coming out anyway. So make sure you tune in next week, Saturday Night Live, for Travel Jobversity. And then this last week before I leave, I'm putting out more Thailand content. Shout out to Miss Thumper. I also see her. So support the channel. And thank you, Mailman17, for supporting the channel. Big Boss Real Talk. Oh, man. Not the boss. Hold on. One time for your mind. Hold on.
Big Boss-Leeny from Oakland, California. Cooking with that gasoline. How you guys doing tonight?
Who do the hiring and the firing? That's the boss. Who the man in Oakland? That's the boss. Lame talk, oh man, not the boss. Biggitty Iggitty Bossy-Leeny with the sauce. Travel bros catching flight, not for love. Bossy-Leeny up in here to bust it up. Talking dirty, you don't like it, hit the tub. TLC, keep it pop, I'm a thug. Real talk over here, we don't feel y'all. No. Real soft, pillow whisper, that's that squeal talk. Woo. I don't feel y'all, dog, like you real lost. Too much imitation talking, get you peeled off. Yeah, Big Boss-Leeny, he shrimp linguine. You never see me disappear like Houdini. Don't call me for no favors, less it's real talk. Straight up out of Oakland, that's that big boss. Who do the hiring and the fun? That's the boss. Who the man in Oakland? That's the boss. Lame talk, oh man. Boss. Biggitty Iggitty Bossy-Leeny.
Wiggity. Sauce.
Big boss, and you know it's real talk. Big boss, and you know it's real talk. Big boss, and you know it's real talk. Big boss, and you know it's real talk.
Oh man. Not the boss. Biggitty Iggitty Bossy-Boss. Oh. Yo, this is Fury Boss reporting from Oakland, California. Looking for a few good people to join my new YouTube channel, Big Boss Real Talk. Subscribe, motherfucker. Yo, this is Big Boss from Oakland, California. You know what it is. Like, subscribe, share the Big Boss Real Talk YouTube channel. Wakanda.